Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be across the world to watch TF Live as we wrap up our coverage of ozfortress Season 26 Premiership Division with the grand final match between Coffee Clock and MMGP. I'm Fosland, and tonight I'm joined by TF Live's best and brightest. Leading tonight's cast will be Sean and Elmo. Michael and Dubious will be handling analysis, and also on production we have the ever-reliable Core. So with introductions out of the way, I think it's time to hand things over so we can discuss what should be a fantastic match after we've been fortunate enough to have one of the closest series of Prem in quite a while. So yeah, Dubious, Michael, do you want to start us off for the evening?
Yeah, sure. Well, first up, hey Michael, hello everyone. Should be a very interesting game. We've got MMGP, which is the, Hertz, Enrith, Lock sort of team. They're running, who is it? Faithless and
Silvo on Scout tonight.
And Silvo on Scout, yeah. They've got Enrith, as I said, on Demo Man, Lock on Medic. Hertz is their Pocket Soldier, or namely just Bow Soldier, as they usually play double scouts. And they've actually got Paulson on their roster tonight instead of Rocky, which has been an interesting little situation.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit interesting getting Paulson in instead of Rocky tonight. Rocky is kind of he feels like a big part of their team whenever you watch them play, so I'll be interested to see how Paulson will be able to fit into the team as opposed to Rocky. They have slightly different play styles, which might make a few things play out differently.
Well, Rocky's a bit of a DM god, right? But I think Paulson's played with them enough. I think if there's coordination issues, it'll be down to their playstyle. I don't think it'll be down to not having played together enough. So I don't think it'll be too bad for MMGP here. However, Coffee Clock have their core roster. They're last season's winners, and they're incredibly strong. Why don't you go through their roster, Michael?
Yeah, certainly. So the roster that Coffee Clock will be running tonight, they have Yui and Cookie on Scouts. They're going to have Down playing Roma, Yule playing Pocket, Redcoat Zygote on Demo, and Arnold on Medic. And as you said, they are last season's winners with most of the same roster. A few changes here or there. Arnold coming in on Medic this season for them, but they've been very dominant throughout the season. I think dropping 1 or 2 maps throughout all of their officials. Had a few close calls, but ended out, winning at the end of the day for most of them. And they came through with a pretty sloppy game against MMGP in the upper bracket from memory, which went reasonably close. I'll be interested to see this rematch and see if Coffee Clock can kind of assert the dominance that they've been showing throughout the entire season, or if they can kind of, maybe MMGP can bring it to a 4th or 5th map.
Well, it's been a very, very close season, as everyone's noticed. We've had a top 4 Prem this season, which has been, it's been a while. Yeah, I think Coffee Clock are well situated. Yui, I don't think he played last season. I think Down was their scout. And
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and any player coming back isn't going to be where they were at before, but Yui's still a very solid scout. Yule's still, both Yule and Hertz are rocket gods. Redcoat and Enrith are amazing demo men. Lock's a very, very capable medic. Arnold as well. I remember Arnold did a lot of sort of med tech stuff, and he's one of the people that sort of, in the first time in ozfortress, I think, when the bow grinding method came out, he was one of the main pioneers of that. So I don't know. Both teams are really well stacked up against each other.
Yeah, there's certainly no 2 players on either teams where you look at one of them and go, okay, well, this is clearly an outclassing of the other team. They're all really close.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think Faithless is almost Faithless I wouldn't have picked before this season. I wouldn't have picked him on this team, but he's performed really well. His aim's always been really good. He's just needed, I think, a solid team to bear down in, He knows what to do.
Yeah, definitely. Super consistent, found the right team finally to be able to fit in, and making some improvements off of his last season. So see if he can get any better.
Now, why don't we talk about the maps? So far, Coffee Clock and MMGP banned Granary and Gully, respectively, which means that Coffee Clock picks Snakewater as their first map, default map,
Yep.
Stock standard, Just both teams will play how they can play. I think it'll be a good map to start off with. But MMGP picked Sunshine next, which is really interesting because I find that a bit of a wildcard map.
Yeah, Sunshine, it's been around for a little bit. Obviously, was introduced into the game a little while ago, so it's become kind of more of a staple in sixes mainly. You know, you're seeing it played a lot more in seasons, but it's still that kind of off pick. You know, it's that map that teams will kind of float around in best of threes and watch out, we can play Sunshine. You know, if you let it slide and you're not comfortable on it, we'll take advantage of you.
Well, I consider it to be a better process, right? Because it's got the same sort of terrain, but you've actually got high points and vertical stuff for soldiers to use. So I think it's well balanced. Now here's something I didn't expect. Coffee Clock picked product next. Which is, you can't ban as many in a best of 5, but most teams have been really, they don't want to play Viaduct.
No, but I suppose when it's, on the side of Coffee Clock, they've got Yui, they've got Cookie, two people who are very competent on Sniper. It might be something that we see, but they're also very strong Scout players, and that is kind of the name of the game on product. It's Scout and Demo Men. And when I look at these rosters, Redcoat and Enrith are pretty close, but I think overall Yui and Cookie are probably the strongest Scout combo.
Given the two Scouts, I would say Yui and Cookie are better. Which brings me to my next point. MMGP are on Badlands for their 4th map, which will be interesting. But Coffee Clock picked Process last, which means if their Scouts play better than Faithless and Silver, then I think the 5th map will go to Coffee Clock. I think... Oh, we have just gone live, so we will pass it over.
Alright, I'm watching Enrith this first mid.
Hello, stream.
Hello. The Enrith gets there before Redcoat. I don't know, Redcoat seems to be going pretty slowly. The combo from Coffee Clock rolling out upper and just sort of walking down now. We've got not a lot really going on at the moment, just some really slow spam trading. No soldiers playing height at this point either, which is kind of interesting. Just sort of playing back, very passive from both teams. You're kind of trying to take height now at the moment. Paulson's just on the ground, maybe looking to make a jump. Still not a lot happening. Redcoat's trying to take the point now as Paulson is trying to jump up top. He gets fought by both soldiers and dies. Hertz is in now. He gets taken down pretty quickly by the scouts of Coffee Clock, and that's going to be a pretty decisive mid-win for Coffee Clock.
Yeah, it looks like they'll probably just take second as well. That's a pretty bad death from Faith. It dies really late just to spam as well. But yeah, I think this is what both teams really seem to just like, playing passive and basically make it impossible for your med to die. They're already kind of in, maybe they're just sacking, but Enrith might die. Yeah, he does. Down kills himself. Yul should die as well.
Yeah, Yul's dying, but
they've
Redcoat's actually coming in. Yeah, they're looking for a trade. They're really trying to fight this. And Coffee Clock have popped their Uber really early. Locker's just popped his now.
He's going to die and spawn. No, he survives. Faith is going to get multi. That's a really nice play from Lock there, saving the team. Cookie should get picked up here as well, and he does. So yeah, good hold in the end.
It was actually really good work by Arnold then getting out, like Yui and Arnold position, because I thought Arnold was way too far in, but managed to yeet out by the skin of his teeth.
It's the scout speed, basically. Like, unless you really mess up.
They got to nerf that Elmo.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking medics keep getting buffed, man. No, but that's basically why. Unless you really mess up, your med can always chariot you out. Like I was saying with the mid as well, basically both teams, they like playing passive and then they bomb, like, what was that, 30 seconds into the mid. But with the scout speed, if one of them plays passive, your med basically always survives if you're not pushing across, which is basically what happened there. And I mean, it's kind of a bitch move. I mean, I guess both teams believe in their demo and spam abilities, but it basically does guarantee you don't instantly lose the round, because like we saw there, they had to trade and they managed to hold, which doesn't happen as often as with the Uber dis out, obviously.
What do you think we're going to see now, Elmo? These two big boy teams.
I mean, if they notice the gun, I assume they'll try and spam it from under. That's easily the best place. Otherwise, if they don't notice, I think Down will just try and jump from under. But I assume he'll get hit by the gun before that happens.
Yes, we're going to see some exciting snake water.
Yeah, it looked like, okay, that was worse than expected. He tried to pogo out top right and just gets killed by a trap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is what grand finals are made of.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to shit the bed 3 minutes in. Like, Madmen, they lost like a lot of rounds the last time. Was it the upper bracket final they played this and
Yeah.
they lost? Like, they lost 4-3 in the end, but that was because they got smashed like in the first 10 minutes. So, Madmen don't really want to make any mistakes here. And Downs actually, no, I don't really get this. Like, the attacking team uses spy to check. Like, why bother? Just go look. You already know what they have within like half a second. It seems like a waste of time.
Yeah, and again, like no off-classing, like there's nothing too exciting. I mean,
I mean, so Silvo's on
Silvo's-
Sniper
yeah.
at least, and he is a beast. Now that he's back on a more familiar hit scan, I know in Pugs when he was Soldier he really liked sniping a lot because he could actually aim at that, so expect big from him. No, he's back on Scout. And I mean, they haven't even... I feel like they could easily get this gun if they just went under and then just bombed from somewhere else.
yeah, I don't really know what they're looking for. Are they trying to get the gun? Are they trying to get a force? Are they trying to get a trade? Yeah, so again, I mean, Enrid's like chatting in lobby a little bit. Yeah, Hertz is trying to hold under. Coffee Clock are really trying to take lobby now. And I'm not really sure why, because they're taking it for not a sniper or to get a spy play. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, and just still not a lot happening. Some soldier spam. Both of Coffee Clock soldiers are trying to spam from top right.
I mean, I feel like Coffee Cog could be a little more adventurous. Like, they're barely even going into lobby. Like, they are now. They're going to sprint straight out. But they haven't
Down
really even
Down
put much
died
effort
there.
into getting the gun.
Yeah,
Although
I
they
think
could
that's
just
what
go-
Down was trying to do. And actually, Paulson's in now. He's on the medic, and
Oh,
he actually
drops!
drops Arnold.
Ooh, that's a nice play. Like,
happens when
there's
you get
no
a new
reason not
computer.
to suicide at least.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
there, because if the med fucks up his surf a bit, or they just don't kill him. Like, I know the last grand final, Lock had a couple of them where the Solly just surfs on his head for like 5 seconds and gets 4 rockets off, and Lock doesn't pop the idiot, so gets dropped. And yeah, Arnold's the first one. Hopefully we don't have as many drops as that time. That was like 7 overall. Going cheese though, bit of an interesting one.
Yeah, again, Locke really trying not to use here. And yeah, they're trying to get to second now. I mean, I feel like they should really be trying to use this URAD,
I
but
mean,
they're kind of just
probably-
dancing around.
They know it's huge still though, like it's 40% basically by the time they get into mid. And a lot of the teams this season, they don't really want to use their mid, their Uber ad, I mean. Like,
Yeah.
they're fine with just taking 3 points. Just
And then
because
they
a
end
lot-
up back on an even situation.
Yeah, well, a lot of the time anyway, like you Uber in, and their med is just hiding in a corner with the scout. They are going full on aggro here. Redcoat will die. Arnold is fine though, but this is going to be another point, or not?
Ooh. Yeah, actually, Coffee Clock are looking to reuse their Uber ad now back in, and they have used. And they're going to
Locke
fight
should
on
survive here,
grass.
though.
Yeah, Locke's well out. Both scouts sort of keeping that speed
Wilson
with
is
him.
waiting. but
And
he
they're actually
doesn't
coming
get a
back in
shot.
to fight this second, and like Coffee Clock are going to have to back their 3 down at this point.
Yeah, it was just like too many people dropped. Like it was a good plan, but Down I think got isolated. Then Yule didn't get Ubered in time, and Redcoat had already died from their from Madman's Uber. So Cookie tried his best to get the med, but Locke was way too far out. But like I said, with your own chariot speed, you can always somehow, like even unubered, just sprint all the way back. And this isn't really that much ad here. It's only 15%, or yeah, basically 15. They are just going to go for it though. I don't think they'll kill him in time unless he instantly dies. And it does the smart thing, runs to
Yeah,
the spawn.
and it's still
Redcoat
the
will, though.
sentry gun. But they have actually played the point here. There's lots of point time. Coffee Clock have actually used.
Yeah, they're in trouble here. Only the NG scouted med. They just need to play point here. The gun's pretty bad. Actually, they get the kills. It's 2v2. NG. Paulson's on 10 health.
Oh, the engineer, the
The
cookie
NG gets the
engineer.
20 damage shots.
The Chad play, to be honest. So I feel like Coffee Clock should be able to comfortably retake second here. Hertz is kind of hiding, but is that right? Yeah, he's hiding behind a box.
I
Just
feel like
waiting for something.
everyone is like really robotic now. Everyone copy the right. You just check every single corner, no matter how long it takes you, to make sure none of that happens. He is still in there though, like really long.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like someone will accidentally see him eventually.
Paulson's trying to brain them with the spam from Saw as well, and I actually don't know if he's going to be seen if Arnold walks past, but he is going to go on grass, so
That's
I think
kind
he's
of
actually,
unfortunate.
yeah.
They still haven't. Oh, they finally do. Kind of unlucky there. Like everyone goes Saw except Cookie and Redcoat and Arnold.
Yeah, Coffee Clock used really early on mid, and they actually just get nothing with this, and now Madmen can just come back in with this full Uber and
Yeah,
probably get a
Hurts-
lot closer.
Hurts wasted so much time. Lock does use really early though, and I don't think they're going to get much here. Arnold's actually going to get stuck with Cookie. No, he makes it out just in time. Paulson gets a nice kill on down also, and Redcoat's stuck here. He's trying to go for the... quite the genius play. He jumps in, just splat. And that should actually be the round. It's 6. They're all getting smacked in this door though. If they can just break through...
Yeah, Paulson has got through, and he's made enough space for Madmen to walk in now, and they're actually forcing those Coffee Cup players all the way back to the point. They get some cap time, but the heavy drops down onto the point, and Cookie
They're not
might
going
be
to get
saving
it though. They
that.
took too long.
Yeah.
Like, the spam was really effective there. Like, Paulson eventually got through, but he was basically dead. And everyone else was kind of hurt, and then they were just getting spawners, and yeah, the heavy and all the other stuff managed to clean up. I feel like if one person had gone through a different door and started capping, they had that. Like, all 5 of
Yeah,
them were
something,
trying to
a
break
soldier
through.
from under or something could have been probably the play
Yeah,
there.
I think anything from under onto the point would have been fine. Even Enrith jumping the point, they would have won, because he could just jumped it, sticky it. Obviously, that wouldn't be ideal, but yeah. Anything from under, and I think they had it. Back to good old even, 10 minutes. I mean, Madmen will be really happy with this. So yeah, not winning there, that's pretty disappointing. But considering they were almost 3 down, I think, at this point last time they played this map.
Yeah, and again, Coffee Clock's pick and not a lot, yeah, really going their way too much in this map. I just wonder if we're going to see, like, when we're going to start to see some, I don't know, something more than this, the spamming, hoping for, like, a pick or two. And Paulson is in right now, and he's going to get mulch. I think he's...
Yeah, nice
it's
shot
one
let down at
nice
the
rocket
end.
onto Arnold, but
Arnold was actually at 20 health there. Like, anyone else could have
that was a
tickled him, he
roller.
would have
Yeah, it was
died.
like a roller and
okay.
a rocket.
Down's going for it. Surely they know here. Oh yeah, they're just staring at him and he bitches
Oh,
out.
yeah. I'd probably be in Down's boat there. Like, when you go to jump and you just see, like, 4 players looking at you, like, what's the point?
I feel like they kind of need to... Both solos need to look for it though. When one of them gets spotted, the other one just fuck it and goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, these teams are really risk adverse this season. Like,
Yeah, they're playing, like, the meta from a while back at the moment.
It's
with
what
the
is
single
that?
player
The Euro
sack.
team when Jasmine went to Rewind
They're all the same.
7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Then the Euros played like bitches, and now everyone plays like that. Now that
Madmen tried to do your play then. They had the Hertz fake bomb with the Paulson bomb. Didn't get anything though. Down's in kitchen now, and he gets taken down by Hertz.
I mean,
Read like
that's
a book.
fine though. His spawn's
Yeah.
not that much longer. Although I think they want to do something off this. Because they are
Yeah.
walking grass. No, they're just looking at the doorway. No, they are walking in a little bit. Little bit? Nah.
Yeah, and I think they might reset if they don't get anything from this.
I think that it's, yeah.
Hertz
Hertz
is in,
really
actually,
low. He
dies,
actually
yeah.
was already like a quarter of his health gone before he even leaves the window. And both scouts were staring at him.
Yeah, Yule and Yui are trying to take Saw here, like get really aggressive onto Madmen, but
I mean, they might just trade
Pretty
here.
close.
Yule's got stumped though. Faithless somehow dies though, and Yule's still alive. Yule wastes so much time there, but his team didn't really back him up at all. I think that could have been fat.
that
if
could have
they
been a good trade,
did
like a
something,
favourable
yeah.
trade, yeah.
Like,
But I
even
guess, like
Yule
you're saying,
dying
it's a
and
risk,
Cookie
right?
trade- Yeah, it's a risk. Can't have any of those. Better AFK at second for 10 minutes until someone else fucks up.
Yeah,
looks
Hertz is
sniper
actually
here, though.
sniping, yeah.
And Hertz does has his moments. Bit inconsistent, but when he hits everyone. Just holding the tight angle. Doesn't want to be seen. Surely Cookie noticed
Some
him there, though.
CSGO shit, dude.
Sadly, Orb hand, which he does not have equipped anyway, doesn't one-shot everyone in this game. Actually have to aim. Ooh, that
Okay,
was close on
he's been
Redcoat.
spotted, yeah.
I mean, I think they already knew. Cookie surely saw him when jumping. Yule or Redcoat do peek this eventually. He's going really far in. I think he'll just die here. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that's
he
a bit of
dies
an
there.
unnecessary risk. You'll be getting killed by a trap or spam or something still.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I'm just probably going to see nothing. I imagine both of these teams will think this is pretty risky.
Yeah.
One player down, even players.
Yeah, one
Can't
player down,
do it.
have Uber. Only 0-0 with 15 minutes to go, man. Can't possibly try anything.
Okay, Paulson's
Paulson
actually
will
skipping
jump.
in. He's in cheese.
That would've
Taking
been-
a
that's
nice rocket
Paulson
from
call,
Yule.
jumping behind. He's gonna get cleaned by, yeah. That's definitely a Paulson call. He likes doing that, jumping behind. Well, I'm sure we'll see that on Sunshine, where you just jump into lobby from Flowers. It doesn't really work on this map, but it's good to see him do something. Hertz is actually killing Yule so far in. Once again, just dies.
Yeah, Enrith does get taken down pretty low there. I see what he was trying to do, but yeah.
Shapang Immortal Darkburst is actually on the spy, so he'll be
Oh boy.
not known for his off-classing.
Yeah.
It's a polite way of saying it.
So he'll tell you if you'll listen that he used to be a spy main. People knew him in the servers.
So is he cloak and daggering? I assume.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
That's the bitch watch, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for this game. Yui is.
Okay.
Oh no, just my HUD messing up. He's decloaking in.
Yeah, I'm on the cam. Surely.
Not sure who he's got.
What's the game plan here? Do you think with this spy bombing? I don't know if that was communicated well.
That's a Yule level spy play. He somehow survives, unlike Yule. But yeah, not sure the spy's the ideal class to just decloak and try and revolver from 40 meters away. Enrith and Hurt somehow get cleaned up though, so we'll finally, after what 6 minutes at that point, get pushed back. And Paulson's still on spy here, so this is a bit
Yeah, I'm still
awkward.
on it. I just want to see what's going through the
I
noggin
mean,
on
they
this.
know. I reckon they're just gonna wait. Like, surely they just look for him and kill him, or they're just gonna Uber and fuck him. Oh, both double sack though. Lock is really low, but he's just gonna walk away. So now they have to deal with a spy and 2 solis down. So Paulson, if Paulson kills anyone here, they should just be able to like they should trade anyway. And then Paulson go for a sneaky butt play.
Oh, Paulson's in. At the same time, Arnold does take a rocket during that and gets taken down pretty low.
Yeah, but
does not pop to.
Once again, both solis are down though now. And so Coffee Clock, now that since they don't have a spy, they'll definitely push in with the 2-player out. And I don't really see how they can stop them here. Like, the solis aren't going to spawn in time to trade. So while it was very slow, Coffee Clock eventually do make their way back to last. Enrith might die here. Yui's really aggressive. Down's just
and Down's actually in. It's some nice damage in during that.
Enrith is
And I
going to
think
die here as well. Lock's healing nothing. Needs to get someone to Uber. This is going to be really cringe. Well, he does Uber in time, but I don't think Arnold does get forced.
Arnold milked that
And Yule
for a
gets
long
smashed.
time. Yeah.
It's 3v4 though, and Hertz is absolutely pounded. He really needs an arrow. That's a nice arrow.
Yeah, they're playing 5v2 here at the moment. I
Yeah,
think this
I don't
could be
think
around
they
for
can
Coffee
hold
Clock.
it. Yeah, Hertz just
Yeah.
gets more. And it was very slow, but in the end they...
It's the spy play that undid them, I think.
Yeah, Paulson, he just needed to do something while the solis were dead. He waited too long, and then it was there to sad. Like, they killed both solis and they did nothing except do a shit double sack of their own, and then they just lost it from there.
It's all part of his
yeah.
master plan. Both demos getting there at the same time, coming from different entrances. Redcoat hiding behind a box. Again, I think we're going to see a pretty passive mid. No team wanting to go too aggressive.
Oh no, double bomb already. Yule bombs on Paulson. Paulson's crashed. Yule's crashed as well. Oh, gets 2 and 1. And only Silver's dead, but Hertz is clean as well. So it's a 4v4. Back to somewhat passive.
But again, yeah, Coffee Clock had the
Nice
point
rocket
during that
there,
fight.
though. Paulson hits everyone.
Oh, and yeah, from up top, he's just doing heaps of damage.
Yeah,
And
they
with that
can't really
height
contest
control, yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep fighting this.
Beating 2 scouts is so difficult though at the moment. And they have Uber.
Yeah,
Paulson's
but the
going
Paulson,
QC.
yeah, he's like fighting this demo and scout, and without soldiers, they can't really contest him up there.
Yeah,
and
I
the
don't think
Uber
they
is way
realised that
better.
Madmen were going to get it. And Paulson, perfect mid basically for him, does get cleaned up but kills Arnold. So this should be an easy Madmen win. Yui is going for a get smashed. So yeah, Paulson making the difference there. As well as that they tried to use the Uber ad. I'm not sure if it really was much, but they baited them in and got crushed for it. Yeah, Coffee Clock. Cookie wanting to do the aggro play. Gets a force, but too far in somehow. Record has some kind of meme trap near Saw.
Let's have a look at this meme
That's
trap.
fancy. It's top right on that little angle bit.
Oh shit, dude.
Doesn't get anyone though because they all went grass. So yeah, full Uber. I think this is probably the first full like really big ad into last.
Yeah, and I'm actually noticing as well, like, Coffee Clock normally probably like the fastest builders of any
Yeah,
team.
this
Like,
is-
not
this is a
building
bit
this at all. This
sloppy.
ad is like
Yeah.
blowing out.
They
Like,
probably just assumed it wasn't. They had no chance, even though they could have been 60.
they were only 30
65
down.
here.
Yeah. This is like, I mean,
Gun's still up here.
yeah.
Silver's actually got it years of time though, and they should just be able to bully the point here. 4v4 though, 3v3. But yeah, they got too much time basically. And
That was the-
Coffee Clock had to throw themselves at the point.
Yeah.
Well, but it was a valiant effort because Uber decided in the end.
It's
to
clinical
spam.
from Silvo. Like,
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
team
smart.
like cowers in spawn, just go straight to the point.
Yeah, they do block him eventually, but yeah, too late and they spam him. So that's a good comeback from Mad Men. Very long mid once again. But yeah, taking it and just slamming it to last that time.
I want to see if these soldiers opt for the double bomb, seeing as it didn't really work out for them last mid.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. I think they would have just been disappointed with how they played afterward.
Yeah.
I don't think Mad Men are going to do anything though. Where even is Paulson?
He's just
Oh, the
waiting on the
same spot.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both soldiers kind of waiting, and now, yeah, Downs moved into kitchen. Yule's trying to take height, getting counter jumped by Paulson, gets knocked pretty hard by Yui there. Enrith does get
Enrith
taken
dies,
down.
though.
Yeah.
Raiders somehow kills himself, and there should be a runaway. I'm not sure why they're still in here. That's just going to die as well. Paulson should block them from getting to lock. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, no matter how bad you do a mid, like that was a pretty bad mid from them. Like, lock in Silver, just run off into the sunset, never to be seen again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that they still, it's not a disaster basically. So you can still hold. Cookie's so far in here, surely gets cleaned up. They missed him a lot, but yeah, it does.
Ah.
Might see the Cookie sniper here though, would be nice, but
Interestingly, we've got a sentry gun and a spy.
yeah, Hurt's also probably the best spy in the server. Hopefully, I think he's a lot better than the Paulson, like, pistol from half the map away. Like, he'll stab someone, he'll go for a stab. I think he might be looking for the sniper here. Yui's actually, Cookie not believing in the aim, lets Yui in. This is gonna be a bit awkward, I know, Cookie.
Oh, he's gonna get
It's
spotted in
very
a
slow.
sec. Yeah. Oh no, that's crunch.
Yeah, that was a haha. Cookie's so slow though, a bit weird. Maybe their spy check actually saw that Hurts was spy, so they were prepared.
Yeah, we're gonna see Yui trying to snipe from this right door. Yule opening it for him.
I'd like if they did a sack while they sniped here. Like, I guess Hurts is already back up.
And
but-
there is this sentry gun that kind of just like you're just jumping into
Yeah.
death kind of thing.
I mean, like, I feel like if you just peek under, double peeks under now, you get the gun. You might take a little bit of damage, but you'll get the gun. If you can just bully the Soli away and then spam, you'll get it. But yeah, Locke's just sitting on the stairs here basically means he's unsnipeable apart from at drop down. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't instantly get it, you die at drop down.
Mm.
Yeah, no other team seems really concerned with the time.
Yeah, I mean,
8.5 minutes left already, and not a whole lot has happened, honestly.
yeah, I don't,
So
I don't
Snake,
really...
Snake Glass kind of does end up happening.
What would you do, Elmo? Would you just sack the soldier with the sniper?
I mean, you have to get the gun first, or Yui has to do a more adventurous peek. Like at the moment, he's like no one's peeking. He's never going to kill anyone at this rate. Like I think they either spam the gun or try and bully drop down, which I think they're trying to do. Paulson's going to smack him in the dick now, though. Yeah, they need to bully Paulson out first before they can do this play, and they're just not. They're there. They go now. They bullied Paulson, and Yui runs away. Like that's kind of miscommunication. He needs to peek.
yeah, look, he can
as
get a
Paulson
different
gets
angle.
bullied
This
away.
is- yeah.
Like he goes
Ah.
back now. It's too late, man. Like yeah, Paulson's back there. He's back there, man. You had like a whole 15-second gap. Like Paulson's kind of low again. No, this is arrowed. Obviously, no one must have called that Paulson was gone for him to do the peek, because you can see he kind of wants to hero peek.
Yeah, I mean, you should just do it because it's not like he's gonna get anything else at this point, right?
Yeah,
But I mean,
you-
he's
you
not gonna
can't
get
even
he's
hero
not gonna
peek
get
in the
locked.
drop down
He's
while Paulson's there.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
get
why
locked. He
you
can just
need
go for Enrith. Like that's I don't
think
know.
you could have got Lock though, because Lock's in like prime headshot position. Apart from
Yeah.
being inside the dispenser, bit of a meme. Like if you get dropped down, it's just you can't. Paulson's really far in here. It's going to be a bit awkward. He might. Oh my god, he gets out, equalize the speed.
Okay, and Yui
eventually
does
gets
die,
slammed by
yeah.
a trap. Yeah.
Let's see if there's a counter
think
sack.
Hertz
Hertz
is
is
doing
moving into
something.
lobby. Yeah, thank you,
That's
Hertz.
actually
And he's on.
holy
He gets
shit.
the force.
What a
Fucking
brain
huge.
Tempest play. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge. And I don't think they have any chance of getting Lock here. Yeah, they
No.
don't. They don't even try.
Oh, I'm gonna see some movement at the station.
Yeah, that's Tempest. That's what 10,000 hours of demo jumping gets you. That soldier pogo ability, apparently. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the Uber. Because I feel like this is a lot of the teams, they mess this up and that's how they lose rounds. Like they hold really well, and then this part, I think they'll just try not to use. Like that's what we see before. Big double bomb though. Hertz gets crushed. They're getting
They
bullied
do
here
get
at
the
door.
force. Yeah.
That's a
they
really
get
nice double bomb. I don't think they'll get a single kill here. No, they won't, and they're gonna be able to hold this really easily. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like you fuck that part up. They do the same push they did earlier in like the game, and the Solis were prepared. Paulson's gonna die here as well. So 5v6 with huge Uber Dissad. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, and now
Silver and
Coffee Clock are coming in from under.
well.
Yeah, that sentry isn't going to do much. The point's getting played heaps to cap time.
Yeah, good
This doesn't
play
need
by
much
Arnold
time
as
at
well.
all.
Saves the scout, but they are cleaning up here a bit.
Yeah, the bombs from
Oh.
the soldiers come in and do heaps of damage.
Yeah, but he didn't kill anyone is the issue. Cookie's doing really well here, somehow still alive, but yeah, gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
I
Oh, God.
I can't believe they didn't win that.
Yeah, Yui actually, I feel like, could have stayed in and won that 1v2. I know it's too dangerous with the Uber, like they have Uberad, right?
Yeah, but there were so many people on the point. Like Arnold multied it perfectly as well. Like as soon as the scout on point was going to die, he multied him. But then the Soli jumps in and basically hits everyone on point, but just dies himself instantly.
Hmm.
So yeah, good hold there. They do kill Lock in all that shitfest though, and they do have another attempt.
Yeah, they got 50% ad. It'll be interesting to see if they... It looks like they're not going to go from under again. They're looking to go from this right side door.
Yeah, it's a
And
good
yeah,
gun,
they've
though.
used on Cookie through. The gun taking down really early. Cookie trying to get the point time again. And they're really far away on the side of Madman. Both soldiers bomb in to block the point. Hertz gets taken down. Paulson gets taken down on the point. He's capped out
Yeah,
by
that
the
was
scouts.
good there compared to last time. Gun went down straight away. And yeah, the Solis weren't in as good a spot to kind of block. I don't remember where they jumped from, but that time they were both jumping from the same spot. So Cookie saw both of them and just jumped away instantly. And then they're both middle of nowhere, get slammed. While the rest of the team was just in spawn. So yeah, 4 minutes ago, wasted time working out in Coffee Clock's favor. Because this has to be a pretty clean mid from Madmen. If Coffee Clock wins this, they just park the bus forever, you would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, they could have even opted for the mid where they just sort of sack for lock and just get Arnold out with a scout. But again, we're seeing these really passive mids at this stage. Down and Yule, the first ones to make a move, going really high.
Oh, Lock.
Lock does go down to
So
down.
They do do it.
Down
They
alone.
are going to win this mid though. So they have to kill Arnold here, which I don't see how it's going to
Yeah.
be possible.
Faithless is trying to come in. He is actually, yeah, he gets taken down by Yui pretty quickly. Hertz is
yeah,
taken down
they-
by Cookie.
They have such a big ad here that they won't even hold second. They'll just go and win, you would hope.
Our control point is being captured.
I mean,
'Cause
they could
even
just
if-
hold it.
Even if you don't mess up. Well, that's such a bitch move though. Remember
Yeah, but you know what these
No,
people
they're
are like.
going for it. If you win the round though, you're literally impossible to lose basically. Like you said, you just do the sack for lock and win the game.
Yeah, and they have taken lobby. I'm not sure if they're what they're doing here. Looks like, yeah, they are gonna use through right shot. They juggled once pretty early. The gun only doesn't even go down. He swaps off. The point getting played really early again. It's basically capped. Like any time will do at this point. But
Yeah,
the Madman
every
players are
single
all
person,
over
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It wasn't even that quick that time. The Uber was basically over. It's just literally every single player in Madman was in spawn. And I mean, that's basically game. I think you can get 1 minute, 5-second rounds on this map if you... They have to YOLO this mid though, which I would hope they do. Do the Avender. Your whole team aims to get into their saw. And you don't stop. You have to do it or you don't have time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know whether they'll do that. They'll probably just accept that they've lost.
I mean, it looks like Paulson wants to jump here.
Yeah, and he does go.
Double
Hertz
That's
goes
really
across.
slow though. Arnold might
Yeah.
die here, no, and
Lock actually
they're
gets
gonna
taken
clean.
down. Yeah, all these players, the counter bombs.
I feel like they were too slow anyway though. Like even if they
Oh yeah.
perfect that mid, which obviously did not go to plan. Redcoat died there, which is funny. But yeah, even if they perfect that, that was like 2 minutes 5 seconds, which you don't win. They had no cap time or anything. So I assume Coffee Clock will probably just go for it because they can't lose at this point.
Yeah. And we're probably going to end up with a scoreline that doesn't reflect the closeness of the game. It probably reflects how much better Coffee Clock are at just being like a clinical, to the book TF2 team.
Yeah, basically.
Redcoat gets taken out by Silvo.
Unfortunate getting his stats wrecked a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the gun doesn't go
And Reth is
down,
going to
this
die though.
faithless
Huge
gun.
minis from down. 4v4. 3v3 now, lots of shit fighting. Basically all the right... They should win here, the gun's still up.
Yeah,
Down is
hopefully
trying to
you'll
melee.
shoot.
He's on 1 health, he's literally not even... walks into the gun. Faithless gets arrowed after pistoling the other soldier. So that they do hold. I feel like that might have not been the most, you know, proper attempt from down there. I think he was memeing it up a bit, knowing that they've won the round. Won the game, I mean, already.
Yes, and we did see like the lock pyro as well.
Yeah, that's I mean that's a strat, man. That's a good strat. You're next victim of Silvo. Unfortunately, couldn't do this earlier when he was sniper last. Not that it lasted very long, but still. And yeah, they're gonna just chill out. No one's gonna even try saving the stats. Oh no, they are gonna go. 15 seconds for the ad. Paulson should be able to block a point here though. He's just, both soldiers are still alive.
And the point, again, being played really early. Both soldiers jump the point. Hertz gets taken down.
They're not
Paulson's
gonna
fighting
get
the
it in
point right
time
now.
anyway, so
Yeah.
good block to make it not more embarrassing.
So that was 3-1 to Coffee Clock on the first map. Their pick Snakewater, and I think we'll hand over to Dubious and Michael to talk about that one.
Talk us through that one, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, wow. So
Man.
one of the most patient games I've ever seen from both teams. Like, really boring at times, but you can sort of tell both teams just didn't want to make mistakes. And it finally took, like, in that situation, I think Coffee Clock showed they have the better scouts for Snakewater. But also in the end, they started making plays, so they won rounds off it.
Yeah, they definitely did. They started getting in. They got advantage on the mids, kind of just, disregarding the second mid where MMGP just kind of rolled them. But yeah, just like you said, absolutely dominating performance by Yui and Cookie there. 23 and 22 kills respectively, 6 deaths on Yui, 9 on Cookie. Just, they're not dying and they're hitting everything. And, what can you do about it?
I don't know whether it's so much they're hitting everything, but I think what I noticed is that when Paulson was jumping in, the people that were shooting him weren't getting shot at. However, Coffee Clock are using their soldiers, like Yule and Down just go ham. They play point, and then Yui and Cookie shoots anything that shot them. I think, like, Hertz is going behind a lot and bringing players back. Like, there was one particular mid where he made it 5v4 for his own team when it was 6v6. Like, I still don't think teams are respecting how much he brings people back in that way, but it didn't matter because Silvo, like, in the times where they all fought together, I felt like Silvo and Faithless weren't shooting what needed to be shot, or at least what was free. They were in their world, dueling the world, and Coffee Clock punished that.
Yeah,
That's my
definitely.
take.
Yeah, no, look, it's certainly, there's a lot of different ways you can look at it. You can look at it from either how well Coffee Clock played or the mistakes that MMGP made. And I think that game kind of ended up being a little bit of both, right? I think you could certainly call the Paulson Spy experience a little bit of a mistake there. because it was an experience.
It's an experience for sure.
But yeah, outside of that, like, it's just, as we've said, and as we will probably say more, it's just clean TF2 coming out from Coffee Clock, and you've just got to make what is seeming like miracles happen to be able to break them.
Enrith and Hertz stopped damaging as well for MMGP. Enrith out damaging everyone. Coffee Clock's highest damaging player was their pocket soldier, Yule, and MMGP's lowest damaging players was their scouts. And generally, both scouts, all the scouts were the lowest damaging.
Yeah,
So
which
teams
is
are-
probably what we'll see a bit more in this game. As scouts, they're pretty much just being used for cleanup. They're not initiating fights. They're not doing anything. It's all pocket and demo.
Well, process gives you more room, I think. Snakewater can be hard, I think, for scouts to go, for scouts to just run ham. But Sunshine, it's possible.
Yeah, Sunshine, you could see just a lot more space for the scouts to take, a lot more ways to get onto the height to be able to contest the soldiers, so you might see a bit more early aggression from scouts, maybe? If they need to swap things up a little bit on mids, if soldiers are really just taking that height and not giving it up.
Well, given how Snakewater works, I think we'll still see same soldier bombs on Sunshine. I think mids will roughly play out the same, but it depends on which side players take. And whether, I think Coffee Clock will roughly take one side or want to take the other. I think
Yeah.
MMGP will just need to focus up and work off their soldiers.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of mirroring, I feel, and I also think it's a lot of the mids will play down to the second soldier to try and take Bell Tower. I think if you're up there first, you're just got a big fat target on you, and it's the soldier that's going to be able to counterbomb that with his scout helping him to clean that soldier up. That's going to allow their team to kind of take control over the map.
I do want to say though as well, I thought that MMGP were more convincing on most mids. There were only 4 mids, but I felt like they played better on the mids themselves. It's just the actual lasts that mattered.
Yeah, they were doing a really good job of getting lockout, which they should be able to do really easily here with 3 ways for Lock to get out, no matter where, no matter where really they're playing, Lock has a way to leave with his scout. So there'll be an easy out for them to be able to stalemate it on last or second, depending on how poorly the mid goes if they do continue losing them, but I think it's certainly that Sunshine's got the right mixture just to be able to give them a little more of an into these mids rather to try and take this second map.
Sick Valiant Tetris players. That's the way you do it.
Yep.
I'm expecting Cookie to actually play enemy Tetris most of these mids.
Yeah, try and find some jewels around there, see if he can maybe find a Silvo or Yui. Nope, Yui's on his team, Silvo or, yeah.
It's not just finding early scout tools though. If you take their Tetris, then you deny the soldier bomb earlier than you could have otherwise. Like, you can actually deny them high bombing before they properly get a chance to.
If they're bombing from that side, yeah, definitely.
But
and I think we might see it work 1 or 2 times. And
I've seen
that might catch
Cookie
them off
do
guard.
that, yeah. That's all I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we...
That is our analysis. Back to you, Elmo
Yeah.
and Sean.
Hello, Elmo.
Hey man, what were your thoughts on that map? What could Madmen improve on apart from losing mid?
Well,
Well,
so
but-
what I imagine, I've seen Madmen beat these dudes in scrims a bunch of times, right? Like, we've beaten these guys in scrims, and I don't know whether anyone has beaten Coffee Clock at their own game, and that's just like
yeah,
being
I
beta,
don't
being
disagree,
slow.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
think Coffee Clock have always been the beta team. Like the last 3 seasons, they perfected being betas.
so
and
it's
it
like,
worked.
yeah, you risk losing 6-1 or something, but that's the way to win. Like, I don't know whether you're going to beat Coffee Clock at Coffee Clock's game.
I don't. They need to do something better at their push outs. I feel like Coffee Clock's just gonna wait forever until you fuck up pushing out somewhere and then win. So
Enrith getting to the first mid a light year faster than Redcoat. Redcoat has not entered the mid. Enrith is on the middle point, but he may...
Redcoat's terrified of getting pogoed on. I don't know if Paulson can do it, but yeah, Redcoat's terrified of that.
Yeah, good damage by Hertz. Yule gets taken down. Hertz gets taken down in return.
Cookie
As
somehow
Faithless
gets
takes down
caught out as
Cookie.
well.
Yeah, it's a bit
Big
weird.
bomb from down. It's a bit shit though. It's not going to kill anyone. Paulson dies going really aggro though, and they might come in here. Like, Down's behind. Yeah, Yui's just rushing in with Redcoat.
Yeah, Down needs to make his move now, and yeah, he is on nice surf by Lock, and he actually takes down Down.
Meds
Yeah.
are fragging hard. Yui will die here. No, wow, nice kill.
Oh,
look,
Lock gets Arnold.
that long range. I saw that. He Trump choke all the way to their cafe, basically.
I expect to see this moment in the Lock frag video where he surfs, kills the soldier, and then kills the enemy medic to win his team the mid.
So yeah, another kind of like very... I mean, I feel like that was a bit more aggro than it turned to passive, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it was basically kind of just luck in the end that won that for them.
You don't think that was skill?
Arrows don't take skill, man. You have so many of them, you just keep spamming until you inevitably. Yeah, but that being said, Locke is probably the best arrow medic now that Jono left ages ago.
Yes, rest in peace, Jono.
They are just taking this for free. Yui and Down both go for it, get nothing. So there should just be a, go straight away before they spawn, boys. Take pressure. They're gonna have to use straight through.
Yeah, and they have
Redcoat's
used
actually
under
bullied him.
good
That's really
juggles,
well
good
done.
juggles by Redcoat.
They're all in spawn though. Cookie's on the heavy, but he's made no space. And oh, they exo it so hard. All 4 in spawn, like with their spawners. That is
Well,
not.
they didn't die.
Not
They
where
didn't
you want to
die.
be. That's true. They did save the stats, so Redcoat will be happy that his metrics are still looking good. But yeah, not the play. So good stuff from Madman. Two minutes in and already a round up, just from Locke's crossbow ability, we'll say then.
Yeah, the soldiers of Madmen way more aggressive at the early part of this mid, both being on Bell Tower when Redcoat sort of comes in, but Coffee Clock are looking to take the right side of their mid. Down's actually
Arnold?
behind. Again, you're
Arnold?
going for the huge jump. Oh, Arnold died. Who did Arnold die? Okay, I missed that
That's just
completely.
bonked him and killed him. They are cleaning up though. I'm not sure. They just win the shit fight. I mean, they're still going to lose their mid. Maybe. Cookie's 1 health. Silver, go bitch him. You're a pug alpha male. Go kill him. No, he's gonna let him out. I don't know if he'll get the cap in time though, because everyone on both teams is about to spawn. Cookie's going for this.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
and alpha's him.
Yeah.
See, if Silver just went at him when he was 1 health, they win that mid. Now they can't fight because they have no skill.
It's a lesson for young Silvo, I'm sure. And yeah, so we're gonna see like pretty even Ubers, I think. I don't know whether we're gonna see anything exciting for a while. Now that we're back in this sort of even situation, I guess it'll be interesting to see if either teams like change their mentality for the map or the position.
I mean, when they used to play this map, I don't remember this map at all this season, but when Riot and you would just over and over do that fake bomb shit, you know, where you pretend to jump over
one
the fence.
fakes, one jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, because they both can do the Tempest Pogo stuff.
But we never saw it coming, right?
I mean, we did. It's just how meta demo were garbage. So, you know,
Oof.
you weren't playing for us that season. There was some other shitter. Don't remember who.
Got him.
Probably Dave or Locke. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, because it doesn't look like anything so far. It looks like they want to go Valley.
Yeah, Down's kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, they do a big bomb.
He's
See,
jumping.
they're
both
actually
soldiers are
going
in.
for it.
Okay, this is good. Yeah, they're both kind of behind. They're
I don't
both very
think
low.
this is
You'll
good
get
at all, though.
damage taken
they
down.
were both 80 health when they landed, because Enrith could just he could see where they were going, and Hertz could see where they were going. I don't agree with both of them going behind. Maybe one sacks, one goes behind.
I agree with that.
Or
Yeah,
you just make space for one to go to behind, you jump
but
out.
they're trying something, and that's what I want to see.
Oh, that's a dumb thing to try.
Oh,
That's
nah.
literally the Paulson, but done badly. Paulson's gonna be laughing at them
Oh,
for that.
heaps
Yui
of
takes a
damage
big
from
dick up
Enrith.
top.
Like
yeah.
Arnold's sitting there on like 15 HP.
Yeah, surely they just Uber in here. He's just gonna pretend he's not low, which is
Balls
kinda,
of steel.
Yeah, balls is the least beta thing they've done all game. Down is in here already, but he's just gonna die. Enra's pretty low though. He might get spammed. No, he should be able to get arrowed and lit. But yeah, balls of steel from Arnold, like 20 health, pretends he's full, just keeps going with it. And yeah, Faith is hiding at Flower. Don't think he's gonna get much in here. He's just gonna back out. So I think they could have done something a bit more aggro while Down was dead, but yeah, to decide against it. They're 1-0 up. That's a pretty sizable lead. Did
I
you
guess there's
see,
no risk. Sorry?
Last week against the Skaven Ratman, that disgusting plague, they had like 7 or 8 minutes left on Badlands last, and they had full ad and like heaps of players, and they just sat there.
I did not see that.
Yeah, and then they ended up losing that round. They still won eventually. I'm pretty sure. I think they lost that round, or they lost that push or something. It was a bad move in the end, and they still won the map. But yeah, it was a bit cringe.
I didn't, but
Maybe it was the week before, but it definitely happened. So yeah.
I'll take your
You're
word
just
for
in
it.
by himself this time. Locke's not going to even get tickled.
Actually, Down's on Spy, which I completely missed.
I'm not really a fan of this. You know, just decloak somewhere and shoot him from far away.
This is who's calling that? Do you reckon? Who's the call?
I think that would be Yule. Yule doesn't care now that he's not the spy that gets embarrassed for being an idiot. So probably the Yule call.
Oh, and
Arnold
he gets dropped in that
Cookie.
Uber.
Not going to
Yeah.
be pleased with that one. No one's going to. They're actually going to chase and use here. Silver gets not too great, but Arnold's completely fucked.
Yeah.
He gets cleaned up. That's going to run away now. Yui gets cleaned up by Faith as well. That's a really good kill, and Yule's so far forward. Managed to Tempest his way out from there.
Yeah, living on a sliver, 7 HP. Yeah,
Down
gets taken
does
out by
trade there
spam.
as well, but this is a bit of a collapse there, just from Arnold misplaying. Cookie wanting to go aggro, just walks into 2 stickies and explodes.
This is the situation where if Coffee Clock can build really quickly, they were when Arnold spawned, it was 30% disad. We're
This
already
map's
sort of
really
ballooning
hard.
out.
A snake is a lot easier to survive on though, because the spawns in this, I feel like on this spawn are really bad. Like you either have to be in spawn to keep it. No, they built awfully. They didn't believe.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They
Like,
didn't really build at all. They're just gonna Uber in from under here. Redcoats, oh no, they're top right now. Just gonna walk in. They see
yeah,
the gun.
Enrith
No,
is
they don't.
used. Oh,
They haven't killed anyone, but they have made space. Enrith has been left behind though, and he's on 10 health. Yeah, not a good Uber at all there. They didn't really get anything from that. They got the gun, but they didn't get any time. And their Uber end position was awful. Like Enrith was on, basically behind the point by himself, while his combo, the rest of the combo was in their face. Like I feel like they could win that if they just take top right. Like they should have realized
yeah,
that
they
Uber
should
was
have played
bad.
it slowly. Like,
Played it slow. Yeah.
Enrith kind of tried to jump a little bit with that Uber, and then I think Locke was forced to flash like 3 people because they didn't know about the sentry. And
Yeah, it's in that sneaky spot where it kind of still shoots people, but you don't really see it. Hertz is a little bit of trouble here. He doesn't jump away, but this is full ad. I think they're just going to take it for free.
yeah,
Paulson
Shapang
is
Immortal
behind.
Darkverse is behind.
They know though. And
Yeah.
he jumps into a Sully, and he's not Tempest, so he's had to go all the way back to second after
Yeah.
missing his jump up. So they should just ignore him and keep going. I don't think they will.
Yeah, it looks like they think it's even, or they are content to have it even.
They had to believe and just go straight away. I think that this is not too bad a move. It's not that bitch. I mean, I feel like they could just chase him and go kill him, and then come back. Enrith is going to
Ooh.
pipe himself to death though.
Yeah,
Yule does die for it.
God,
But
man.
this should be a push. Paulson's just playing with Yui though, which I mean that's worthwhile having a Roma.
That sounds hot, dude.
Yui's like 12 man. That's not cool.
Uh,
They do get the force here though. Locke's not going to Uber until really late. They do probably unnecessarily Uber early, but Cookie's going to get left behind here. Paulson is still alive here. Somehow, Yui should eventually kill him. No, he's joking.
no, oh
Paulson
my
kills him.
god.
That
And
is not what you wanna
Yule
see.
decides he has to deal with it himself.
Sounds on 9 health though, and this is going to be a full-on retreat. So Paulson in the end, very well done. Wastes like Yui's whole time and kills him, while Cookie, wanting to take a bit of control of the game, is not working out for him. Being a bit over-aggressive with a poor trade, leading to his death and their loss of midpoint.
Hertz is actually coming in really aggressive, gets some nice rockets off. Takes
Somehow-
down Cookie.
Enrith dies as well for that though. Hurt's somehow killing. I think he was just shooting the wall in like I'm dead, and soldier class with the magical splash it is just kills Cookie despite the being on a staircase. They do have to leave though because Enrith did die in that resack, so in the end somehow works out for Coffee Club.
Yeah, and I feel like they could be a little bit more aggressive than this. I don't know what the game plan is here. Yeah, they're kind of just faffing about, like, who's capping? Are we moving forward? Are we stacking? Is it called a no man's land? As down does go in for the... Oh, fucking huge midi from Enrith. Yule tries to follow that up and gets taken
Enrith
down.
puts his foot down and slams him in the face. I'm not sure what they're going to do here because they don't really like bucking this push up. Like, so they normally just kind of, oh, that's awkward. Roko's just going to alpha at the medic. He does die. Arnold doesn't get forced though. He will
Oh
surely
no.
will.
Oh,
He drops.
no.
That's bad. That was huge.
You
from
gotta
him.
get out. Yeah.
Pipes him in the face. And
Enrith feeling it right now.
Hertz is on the med here. Surely he gets him. No, the Uber's just long enough.
Oh, but
does,
Paulson
though.
comes in and takes down Arnold. Yeah, fuck. It's a great
In the end,
collapse.
huge plays from Enrith, basically, though. It should have been a good thing for them, but he jumps around the corner and absolutely slams Arnold and Yui. Yui just evaporates, and Arnold feels like he has to use. but yeah, second too late. And then yeah, double bomb from Hertz and Chupang gets Arnold.
Yeah, that was a great collapse at the end of the Uber. I mean, they were in a pretty bad situation after what 2 players got dropped in that Uber to begin
Down
with.
Hertz wall hacks down, just slams him as well. There should be just a free second. Yui is sniper. I don't know if they spotted him. Oh no, he's at last. He swapped off. Silver does die, but they've taken all the room and they have full ad. They should wait for him. I hope they do.
Interestingly, they didn't take that time to build a sentry or...
I think Yui was going back for that, but then they're like, oh, it's too late. Cookie is going to do it. Surely they expect it this time, and Enra should just bully it, like, should just walk in and spam it before they go. Yeah, they see it this time. Enrith has kind of been left behind. This is really awkward. Faith has just Ubered in. So Enrith is playing this a lot better though. He's taken space.
But
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
Hurts a lot get taken down by the soldiers. And that's actually the second last I think the soldiers have saved for Coffee Clock with the collapse onto the player, like the non-Ubered players.
Yeah, it was poor Uber though. Like Enrith got left behind. Like Enrith didn't get Ubered and the gun just didn't die, and he wasn't really there to shoot anyone. So they Uber in, everyone runs away.
Yeah.
It's gonna get killed here as well. Doesn't go out in time. So this is full ad. Silver is on sniper in the spawn door, just chilling out looking at it. And 60% ad to Coffee Clock. So yeah, another full ad lost. Last time they played this map, this happened a lot too. They whiffed very many last pushes.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's just they're rushing them a lot. Like, they just need to go slow with the combo through right side and just shoot the players as they see them. If not, take the point, kill the sentry.
Tries to snipe the mid. I feel like he probably would have killed him if he ran out of scout, but it was a bit late then. And they've taken second. They do have disad this time, but this point is pretty hard to push out of. Silvo is just waiting. No, he does back spawn. So yeah, full ad the opposite way, but Coffee Clock, I feel this is where Coffee Clock likes to be. They don't care that the other team is Uber here. They're pretty confident that they'll make them fuck it up and then win the round.
Yeah, and they're already on 70% and then really like forcing Madmen to take their time just getting out of lobby.
Oh, Enrith just gets spammed to death and Lock still uses, so yeah, bit of a disaster there. They will get the cap, it's this full ad again and no Enrith, so this is going to be a free take of second you would imagine. And then full ad for last. So yeah, once again, kind of a disaster, and Coffee Clock will be able to probably just win this one.
Yeah, they do get that for free.
I don't know. Faith needs to move his gun over, I think, a bit. Like the reason why the gun was good because it was kind of hidden in that corner, and you either had to blind it or commit a bit more. Here, he didn't instantly kill it with the Uber, I think. It does juggle Redcoat a lot, but yeah, it dies a bit early. They've all taken top right here though. They haven't killed anyone except Arnold dies instantly though. And yeah, they are going to get shot on.
Yeah, and again, like, the collapse on those players, and I don't know whether it's the defending team playing it really well or the, like, poor Uber. I feel like neither of those last two Ubers have been
that time,
that bad.
I think it was because, like, everyone got in top right, but they kind of forgot Arnold, so Arnold got slammed. Because no one really held it. Like, they all got in top right, but then they abandoned it a bit. So Arnold just died there, and then the rest of their team was just in a bad spot. They're just not really doing much with the Ubers. Like, all the Ubers are taking the gun, but then it's kind of just, this is basically an even Uber fight, and we haven't got anything out of it.
Yeah, I feel like
from walking in.
If I was in this game, I'd probably be looking to take an Uber from a different hole.
Yeah, I think... Because underworked, they didn't get juggled, but they still won, didn't they? That was how they won the first round.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think the thing is, if you go under, you have more choices. You know, you can go bully them left. You can go for the gun crits. Redcoat dies. They do Uber straight away though, but they're fine with this. Arnold I'm not sure if he thought the stickies would hit him. I don't think they would have. But yeah, this is just crit side again. They do know, but Redcoat is still dead, so they might just be able to bully this. He is about to spawn though.
Yeah, Down and Cookie trying to collapse on them in choke, but not
Down's
a lot
really
doing.
low,
Down's
though.
gonna die here, I think. Yeah.
Hertz survives against Yui as well, which is really crucial. Faith trades out with Yule, and they've kind of got slammed here in choke.
Oof, yeah.
Faith and Locke might survive here. I'm not sure they've gone the right way though. This is really awkward. They will. Oh, they've gone the wrong way. No!
Oh no.
Locke's
Yeah.
again.
Oh,
going under.
Lock, you get
way.
a saw there though.
Yeah, he's on
Really-
crits though, so it's meaningless.
Yeah,
and Fate
that's
is
true.
gonna lose a 1v1, so that goes from bad to worse. Bit of an extension at mid they probably should have won. And then yeah, a silly miscommunication means that they don't have crits add.
And
very
I think
least.
Coffee Clock should really start moving in.
I
Are
feel
they
like
gonna
they're
go
just gonna
right?
do the same thing though, so they
Yeah.
need to do something different because the whole team's just gonna sit right.
And again, we're
Red
seeing
Coat just
the
gets
exact same
skyboxed.
thing.
So they do have a little bit more time here, which is good. Hertz is raped as well, but Down's already died. Enrith gets slammed.
Nice
Yule,
jump
though,
by
they don't see him.
Yule. Yeah.
It's still just a shit fight though. Like,
Oh,
they haven't
Paulson's
really
doing so
killed
much
enough.
damage in
Yeah.
this fight.
Paulson-
He just gets like 2 clean rockets off onto
yeah,
both scouts,
he
and it's a
snuck in
3v3.
behind. He kind of did what Yule did to Redcoat, and yeah.
Yeah, Arnold's getting jumped on, but I think he might live out of choke, and they're right out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically even Ubers again. But yeah, that's 2 west pushes, all of them top right, so...
And again, I thought it was going the way of Coffee Clock with that Yule jump, but Paulson behind counter jump as well, like absolutely saved the round.
Everyone you just trade though, and then once you've traded and it gets a 4v4, this is a kind of a defender-sided map. If you're holding that right side, you normally don't lose when it's even players. So you can just spam the point from there so easy, or spam that low ground. Paulson is going to die here though. It does trade
Oh,
out. Paulson
maybe
some
not.
finally
Yeah, he does
dies.
die. I just
Hertz-
think that they need to look at
Redcoat's
going
so far in as well here. Hertz has been left behind, gets crushed.
Yeah. down
So, yeah,
with a
they-
nice jump
I
to
don't
lock
think
out the
they
combo.
realised that they didn't really have ad there. Because
Yeah.
they went in and it was just a trade, and now this should be the round because this is basically
They need to go
impossible
now. Yeah,
hold.
Redcoat's in on last. He's fighting Enrith, but his team is kind of slow to follow him up.
It doesn't matter though. They're
Yeah.
not gonna, there's no chance of spawning time. Forsen does huge D, but yeah, the kind of mistake there going aggro when they didn't have much ad finally leads to a round win.
They're at 1-1 with 11 minutes left.
So I mean, both teams will feel like they can take this if they can just fix up their last pushes.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
basically been an even game apart from that. Oh well, I mean both of them fucked that up, but yeah, if one of them can figure that out.
And down and Yule go really fast. They take down Enrith. And
yeah,
Paulson goes down
that
as
should be a
well.
full retreat.
Faith
Faith,
goes
yeah.
down to Yui, and yeah, Madmen are backing out here.
Yeah,
Just
once
3
again,
players
the
alive.
med just never dies though, like when you do that kind of mid.
Yeah.
So that they'll have Uber here for last. I think they might go in quick. Hertz is having to fight, but it will sneak away.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
And probably we got the engineer up on the even Uber.
Paulson's dying again. God, what a noob. But so I don't know what they'll do here. It might just be double Solian right. Enrith like holds this like a fort though, yeah, and the gun bullies down as well.
Yeah, I have a feeling not a lot is going to happen.
Gun kind of moved into a dumb spot though, and down brains it, goes in while it's being built, but a bit too late. Yule does the same thing, gets skyboxed, and
Oh, they've lost 2. Both soldiers
yeah,
die for the
they
gun.
tried to go in when the gun. No, they tried to go in when the gun was being rebuilt. Down did it well, like he still got cleaned up, but and then Yule's like, oh, I'm going in, boy, and walks straight to the gun and gets skyboxing.
Oh, nice putt by Redcoat onto Paulson, and he's going to die to Cookie.
Yeah, they didn't want to commit much. They did have the 2 players, but that kind of what leads them to disaster. Hertz gonna just die here. Not sure what happened there.
Oof.
Cookie does do as well, so not too bad in the end.
I'd be looking to do something with both soldiers down, but yeah, they
Yule
can
has
spam
walked
this
in
level 1.
here.
The gun goes down. They've forced Madmen back to their spawns. Yule's in, gets taken down. Down gets taken down by Faith. They're playing the point though, and they're going to probably trade. It's 3v4 though.
Oh, I don't agree with
No.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
They get
yeah.
forced here as well. Locke's just gonna walk away.
Gotta get out, they gotta get out.
Arnold meant to do, you know?
They got to get out. Yeah, they
So,
needed
yeah, I
to
don't
commit
get
to
why
the
they
trade a lot
trade.
earlier.
Yeah. You either back or you trade. You can't just half-ass it because you've got to get out spammed by the spawning and defenders.
Yeah, someone needed to yell at Yui to take it and just Uber him.
Yeah, him and Arnold were both pretty hesitant there, so not sure it's whose fault it is, but yeah. They are going to go for the bottom right here. They get forced really early, and they aren't going to kill too much, just Yule. No, Redcoat dies as well, so this should be a mid-take. And it's not really much ad here. It's only like 30, 35. I mean, Locke's not healing, but this will be an easy mid. I mean, that did balloon it out a bit more, and
Yeah, they're going to give up this mid as well with Redcoat down. Redcoat and Mule spawn now, and they do... What's that ad blown out? It's about
I think
35.
they'll believe in this though and go. You would think.
I would hope so.
They aren't really that. Oh no, they're starting to go now.
Yeah, looking to walk
And
through a
this is
choke.
pretty
Both soldiers
poor
are
still
close.
so far.
Cafe. Yeah, the Redcoat jump. He's really far forward, but both these soldiers...
There's
Ooh.
actually two behind here. Faith is rushing down at the moment. Can't actually finish him off. Paulson also doesn't get finished off yet though. Faith does die and you'll craters Paulson, so they do go for the aggro play, but just get out DM'd by the Madmen Solis in the end.
Yeah,
So they
Coffee
do
Clock are
have-
looking to fight second, but they need to be careful of this Uber the Madmen have, and they
No,
have popped Uber into Valley.
They've done it well though. Redcoat might still die here. Arnold's actually still so far in. Oh, nice kill by
Oh.
Enrith, but
Yeah.
Silver gets dropped there. Not what you want. Yours behind here. We'll sneak out.
Yeah,
Ooh,
again, living
just
on a
dodged it.
sliver. Yeah.
They're fine with that because they just put their solis as like a meat shield up front. Like you're not important, don't give a shit. Just go die every time down. Didn't really even die, but yeah, they force the Uber on down, and then they mostly get away. Arnold could have died if they hit a tiny bit more, but yeah, he only Redcoat dies, but Silver dies as well, and then it's full out again.
Yeah,
A lot of
Coffee Clock are
half
trying to
bombs
use
here.
this ad, but they're actually... The
Yeah, a
ad's
bit
whittled
awkward,
down
you'll
to
get killed.
10%. Yule's down, and it looks like they're going to be able to, like,
Yeah, Paulson
equalize
and Hurst
this.
made so much space here, just jumping around
Oh,
like mad.
no. Yeah,
As you
Redcoat
say.
dies in that Uber.
So yeah, in the end they kind of panic it because they have to go, we have ad, and then they're all going to die here. Cookie might kill Faith, no. That's a big bomb by down.
Oh,
Holy-
huge one by down.
Look at that, 8 health on lock, 8 health on Silver, 7 on lock, and kills Faith. And Yui's got a nice kill in the end by Silver, comes back to help Paulson, but yeah, that was really unfortunate for down. That could have been like the fattest player of the final so far, but everyone survives on like 10 health.
Yeah,
Could
so
have
now
been.
we're going to kind of end up with probably like a 40% ad last push on Madmen, I would
So, yeah,
imagine.
like you said, I really hope they go under here.
Or
like
just
that-
anything, like not right side, use half your Uber on a sentry gun.
Well, I
Your
think
players get
Un's
scattered.
good, even if you get joggled a little bit, because you bully them away from top left, which I think is the key kind of thing. Because top right, if you're the defender's perspective, because everyone's just sat there basically and won from there. So if you can disrupt that, obviously that's where they want to hold. If you can disrupt kind of where they want to be, this is a decent bomb here. Down's gonna have to hit. He
Yeah,
does hit
Down's
the
living a
wall
long time. He gets the force off.
This is
And
gonna
this
be-
Uber's not going to get anything.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Madmen haven't been in this situation too often where they have disad and the other team is ad, because Coffee Clock have done it really well, got the force and just left. And yeah, Arnold's going to get forced straight away. Faith does kill Yule behind as well. Yui is still on NG. The gun's
Yeah,
not watching
the-
the point though!
Oh no,
Oh, no.
Faith is crouched on the point. He's going to
Oh,
cap it. Oh,
no.
he kills Yui.
Yui's at
Holy-
last, but the gun doesn't watch the point.
Okay, I would say
Huge-
Faithless
huge
has the
play from
biggest
Faith.
play. Yeah.
That's the best play so far. Going behind,
Oh.
probably for the third or fourth time this map, that one worked out the best. Kills Yule. Yui not actually watching the point. Tries to save it at the last second, but yeah, crouching scout.
Coffee
wins
Clock
it
was
for
so
him.
separated then as well, like just so far away from each other. Down and Yule
Down
are going to go in on
slammed.
this
Yule is
mid
still
against
in.
Slam. Yeah, they get
Might
nothing.
die, no, that's a huge arrow lock. Face still dies, but Yui's so forward, I'm not sure I agree with
Nice
that.
rockets from Paulson. Takes down Cookie
Arnold
and
was actually
Arnold.
dead,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yui was so forward even though the whole team had already died, and it kind of loses them the round because they
I'm
can't
suggesting a
retreat.
Coffee Clock tilt here because they went away
Yeah.
from them. They went aggressive into Madmen, which
Well,
is not their play.
I mean, Down went quick the last mid as well, but and Enrith died, but I don't think Yule did he the last time? Like Yule and
No.
Yule went aggro even though he could see that Down's bomb was not going to work, and so they died instantly. Enrith gets hit by a nice arrow and was back to full, and they had no chance from that. And Yui kind of goes in after it as well. It wasn't very well timed basically, and then yeah, Paulson, like you said, got him behind, killed everything. So they are going to go top right. I mean, actually, they're going to just shoot the gun first. So yeah, that's a nice play by Enrith. He shoots the gun, and I think they're just going to Uber top left. So a lot smarter there.
Yeah, and they're going to use into the players. They forced
They
the
haven't
Coffee Clock
killed
players
anything,
into
but they have a lot
spawn.
of time on point.
Yeah, a really bad health inside of Madman. Enrith and Lock die. They're
The
all
thing is they're
so
playing point
low.
though here.
Yeah, Yule takes down Hertz and Silvo.
The thing is, the Uber was a lot better. They just don't kill anyone though. Like they get the gun straight away. He starts rebuilding it, but then they go in. They just can't kill anyone before they get into spawn.
Again, they should, go in under. I think is probably the play at this point. Both teams are
I
playing
just feel
passive
like they
so
missed
well.
a bit. Like I feel like they probably could have got Arnold before he got into spawn with the heavy. It's just
Yeah.
that they didn't connect it.
Yeah, so we do have 70% ad on Coffee Clock, and they're going to try and move into mid through Valley.
Hertz is just going to bully down here though. Should get an easy kill in here. That's a nice play. Hertz is just behind. Yui's going to look for him, but Hertz has the angle. He's prepared. No, he's not.
Paulson
prepared.
actually forces Arnold on mid there while they were all trying to fight. Some early spam took Arnold down low, and he had no
Faith
choice
is
but to
behind,
pop.
Though. That's not a good play there though. Both Solly's already. No, I mean even if he does something, I don't just see why. Like both the Solly's already dead. Why are you going for a play? Now it's both Solly's actually gets forward spawn though, and Cookie dies to a trap. Disaster strikes. Breckhart's gonna get killed here by Paulson unless he can manage. Yeah, he sneaks away, but yeah, Cookie dying to a trap. This is a really nice bomb though. Loxton surely get forced. Yeah. Yui and Yule. Arnold dies though.
Arnold
again.
died to Hertz.
Yeah, he was a bit far in still and low, so you only need to put in one rocket, and Yui gets killed behind. So with 2 minutes left, they have at least 30 Uber if they actually start building. I mean, they're probably going to wait for the sacks, but none are even going to... Surely they sack. I don't really get that. Cookie somehow kills Hertz, but it should be in vain.
He's
Maybe?
living for a long
I mean, he waits a lot of time, but it didn't really matter. If he killed Silver, it would have been fat after their kill, but I mean... This is full ad. They probably could just park the bus here. I wouldn't disagree, but just because of how if this was a normal map and they've been so shit at pushing.
Yeah, but again, you'd have to screw
so
it up
big
pretty
that you
bad to
should
lose a
try.
round. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would try.
Even if your Uber just kills Arnold, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they have a heavy up though. Hertz is on heavy.
So yeah, they are.
Lock's playing it. They're not pushing.
They're channeling the spirit of a bender here. Just heavy Uber on second. They are going to start looking at this before they even get Uber though. This is an interesting choice. It's been abandoned a bit. Needs the arrow. Paulson's going to get jumped by Down.
Being bullied. Yeah, Down is bullying
But he is
Paulson.
low.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
everyone goes behind. This is brain. They need a cap though. No, they don't get it in time. So they go for the really aggro play, and I'm not sure it was a good one.
Yeah, Hertz is going to die.
Have it in time though, but this
Oh,
is really bad.
Redcoat gets
Redcoat
dropped in that Uber.
And
Yeah.
Locke might die here still, but I feel like they might have wasted enough
Oh,
time.
Arnold
Go for
frags
Arnold.
Locke in that Uber.
He needs to go for Arnold though. He's wasted so much time though, and they're already capping mid. So
Oh,
they go for the
shit,
sneaky
dude.
play, and I'm not sure if that was the right idea.
No,
Arnold
so now we're going to have like 40% ad, probably
They
pushing
won't get
last.
Uber though. They won't get Uber probably.
Yeah,
Or
they'll get
just-
Uber. They got 30 seconds. They'll definitely get. They'll get the Uber off as well.
So yeah,
Like,
I mean,
they should start
went for the
moving.
play from behind, but it wasn't quick enough. I don't think that was the play though. If you just Uber your heavy, you don't lose that. Like they had ad, they could have just killed them. They're not going to get it though. Like I said, there's 10
They should
seconds
start
left.
moving with 10 left into last. Yule's into last. The sentry, level 2 sentry
I don't
is
think
up.
firing was shit though.
Or
Heavy's
Silver
gonna die
gets
on the
taken
point
down, you
there.
get taken down.
Oh,
The ball.
both scouts! Oh no, they
Oh,
what the fuck? They had
huge!
to go for it. They don't kill anything. They just go for it. All 5 of them run onto the point at once. I mean, there wasn't much time, but like,
Yeah,
you
they
need
had
to
to
do-
go.
I feel like someone had to jump behind though. Like no one goes for the combo. Like it was kind of just everyone express from the one door. Like if someone got on Enrith there and like Enrith got what, like a 4k, 5k? He got a 5k just spamming the point. Like if someone
Yeah.
could have distracted him.
They
But
were
I
also
mean,
low. The combined spam.
I
from,
mean, they
Mad
weren't
Men.
really, considering they can't win with Ubrad, you can't really blame them for losing there. It's just, I mean, you're in a pressure situation, but if you just thought that through a bit and kind of pressured Enrith, I think they had a better chance. Because no one was actually on the point, it was just Enrith spamming, wasn't it? Like, they
Yeah, there
killed
was
the
no one on the
heavy.
point, and the soldiers kind of jumped over the point, so they were there to stop it if they needed to.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just Enrith under zero pressure can just do demo thing. So yeah, I'll leave it to our analyst Dubious and Michael to break that one down. Bit of a better game that one, I think. We'll see what they thought.
Yeah, I think it was a much better game. Notably, both teams didn't know how to push last or more kill soldiers when pushing last. For the first 15 or so minutes of the map, we sort of saw both teams fail their last pushes. With MMGP being the one round up, I thought there'd be a momentum shift when Coffee Clock got their first round and they discovered how to push last, but as we saw, they ended up forgetting how to push last. And I think that game was it weirdly came down to a lot of second fights and how teams played around the lighthouse. We saw a lot of like Ubers going behind, Ubers rotating round, like players dying a lot, soldiers getting completely dumpstered that game. What do you think, Michael?
I really don't know. I mean, like you said, just the first 15. It felt like even 20 minutes of that game was just last push after last push after last push, and just it failed nearly every time outside of the odd one that was going to scrape together by either team to win a round. It certainly came down, like, mids were almost a complete non-factor in that game. Right, outside of the first round that MMGP won, where they just won the mid and rolled it, they just, like, it was just win the mid and then stalemate. And then, and then it's just a matter of who gets pushed into second and then into last, and do your stuff up the last push. And 9 out of 10 times it was a yes for that. We'll see. I think we're going to see a much better game here on product. Both teams are very familiar with this map. I have a feeling MMGP picked Sunshine for a reason. Maybe looking to, pull out a few things that just Coffee Clock weren't comfortable with. And we definitely saw that with the massive change of playstyle that they had between Snakewater and then to Sunshine. Coffee Clock they didn't seem right. Something was just off in their gameplay, and whether or not it's just like they're just uncomfortable on the map, or if it's something that MMGP were doing in the game that was just like maybe the way that their soldiers were taking height. I think that Silvo and Hertz certainly had a much larger effect in the plays that they were making when going behind. I think that they were just far more effective, living longer. Cookie also had a few of his own, but just Hertz and Silvo in particular, just the plays that they were making, I feel like kind of just made that bit more of an impact than it did on Snakewater.
Yeah, for sure. MMGP definitely worked off their soldiers better, but I also think that Paulson's jumps in particular were actually better that map, or they were more effective. I think it'll be an interesting shift, seeing sort of Cookie Cutter Snake into Cookie Cutter, but less so Sunshine, into complete only team fight Viaduct. I think this map gets a bad rap sometimes from people who don't know how to play it. It can feel chaotic, it can feel really rough, but as long as you realize that Viaduct's just a mid-fight, every fight, no matter what, it's a mid-fight, then you'll do great, and it's a great fun map. And as you said, both teams know how to play it. I think we're going to see some really, really interesting games and some really interesting fights.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of interesting fights, and it's going to be, if Coffee Clock go back to playing the way that they were on Snakewater, you're going to see a complete clash of styles. You're going to be Coffee Clock, just looking to just hold, right? They're not going to be making any aggressive plays when they hold the point. They're just going to hold. You fight into us on our terms, and we will beat you. And then MMGP are going to, I imagine, try and take it to them. And they're going to try and force errors on Coffee Clock's side and just, make them fuck up, make them drop mid fights, drop rounds, and then get ahead and just push that into the fourth map, and then maybe try and just, win 3 maps in a row.
I have a feeling that this game's going to be decided down to, by default, MMGP is going to win this. I actually think they have the aggressive DM advantage on this map. However, I think if Cookie and Yui can play really smart and just turn on and play really, just not well, but just smart, then I think Coffee Clock have a really good shot.
Yeah, I personally, I favor Coffee Clock a little bit more. The scouts just, they seal it for me. I think Redcoat and Enrith, they're really close, but the scouts of Coffee Clock are just, as a duo, a stronger unit than Faithless and Silvo. Not to downplay Faithless and Silvo at all, but Cookie and Yui are 2 of the best scouts playing in Australia right now. So they've, Silvo and
Faithless.
Yeah, Faithless. They've just got a lot to live up to. How do you beat that? Even with the performance that they had last game, it was
Faithless started. He brought his head into the game. That back cap was pretty integral. on
Yep.
Sunshine, but I think based on not just based on Sunshine, but based on Sunshine, Enrith is a better demo man so far than Redco. He was head and shoulders in damage that last map,
Yeah.
and I think that's the real difference.
Yeah,
So
and we'll-
Enrith, demo's really important on Vita.
Yeah,
We
and
will
we'll,
pass it back.
They started
Hello,
out, they-
hello. Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
live to the
and-
first
and
middle
with-
on product.
Enrith actually had a pretty bad game when this was played in week 4. He was against superior opposition and much better team, but he got a bit owned, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes this week.
Both
super
soldiers
aggro
are
there.
yeah.
Kind of a shit spot though. Yule somehow survives though.
Redcoat
Redcoat
actually
gets
jumping
bullied.
across the point. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Enlighten me,
It's
please.
a bit of an odd. I don't know. They should have won that because Yule lived and he was on position on the rock like really well, and then yeah, Enrith next himself for some reason and gets slapped by Faye. So,
That was
yeah,
bizarre. I don't,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe he felt like his soldiers were so good. Maybe they did a Paulson score that it screamed everything's rape, so Redcoat thought he needed
Yeah,
to
go
clean
in,
that
go
up.
in. Yeah,
But
like
it-
one
but it was
sticky,
actually-
5 frags.
Yeah, it was like a 30 damage rocket or something. I mean, not surprisingly, their med didn't die, so it is even Uber. Cookie's gotten slammed here a bit. They don't have Uber yet, Cookie. What are you doing,
Oh
man?
no!
Cookie's gonna neck himself after that.
It's hard to
But,
enjoy
yeah.
TF2 when you're losing. Yeah, I don't know. And like Redcoat's trying to walk onto the point. They're getting the cap time, but Paulson, Chapang, he's jumping behind. He's on that cliff. I mean, the Ubers have been traded out on the point. This is a
Yeah,
slightly
it-
better Uber on the side of Coffee Club.
Yeah, it's a bit longer and Paulson's dead as well. Down's bomb doesn't really do anything, but they've taken all the positioning here. If they can kill Fuel, maybe. So yeah, they didn't really take advantage of Cookie being dead there at all. They basically waited till he spawned and then
Whoa.
traded.
I feel like Hertz just fed a little bit as well. I don't know, maybe he's
they
waiting for an
killed-
arrow or something.
They killed Yule, and yeah, that's the thing. Their solis do stand still a lot to get arrowed, so if you can get in like half a second, you'll instantly kill them every time. I mean, they still got a good minute off that, and then they'll just re-push before the Ubies get in, you would think. They are struggling a bit to get any space here. Enrith and Silver finally up the cliff.
Yeah, the flank of Madman are in right now.
Ooh,
Oof.
Arnold does die though, and both scouts are raped, so they won't be able to do anything. So good, awful bomb by Hertz. but
How
good
did
bomb
that?
by-
How did Arnold take so much damage there? It's so
I
confusing.
think I mean, Hertz got mid-eat and died, but he might have got a rocket off, I didn't see. And then yeah, Paulson basically landed inside of him. Pretty hot, I know, and killed him instantly.
Yeah, this is gonna be full Uber. I mean, they should be
Yeah,
able to take
it
this.
should be hard to. I mean, they should get forced here. You're kind of fake bombing. Down's trying to get in from right, but yeah, they do
Yeah.
double bomb here. Lock does get forced. Rocoat's gonna bomb as well. I mean, it is biased. Rocoat decides life's not worth living. Bombs in after the Uber's already forced, and then debts on himself and dies. So, some interesting strategy pulled out by Redcoat so far. But and now they're
Yeah.
forward holding. This is a bit dangerous. Enrith's doing a really weird one. He's trapped
Yeah,
mid
oh,
as
and
well.
he's going back to his spot now as well. But
Well,
yeah,
he has the trap prepared though. But this is full ad, so that they're going to try and break through without Ubering.
if this
yeah,
trap
that-
works, okay, yeah, they've
Bring
used
out
the pyro.
Cookie. Forcing. Oh,
Oh,
he gets reflected from behind. That's going to be devastating. You know how the rocket,
I love
rocket
how
come-
it works.
the rocket comes out behind the Soli. You're going to die to spam though. And this is actually really well played in there. This base lives. They wasted just like a billion. They've got like 40 seconds off that, and they almost have Uber. Surely they
Yeah,
need it back
Cookie's
here.
trying to use this Uber really aggressively. Actually, Redcoat jumping
Lock is
onto
stuck,
China.
though. He's got to get it, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely
Oh,
gonna get it. He's in the air. Nice
he
surf
makes
by
it.
Lock.
Yeah.
This is such a
oh,
better Uber now for
Literally
Madman.
one health. He just surfs the stickies into the sky, and Cookie can finish it.
Oh,
does get the
down.
kill though.
Yeah, that was a nice bomb by Down. He got behind and then like relied on himself to nail those 2 rockets coming in from behind. And so now we're gonna have probably a 30% ad on the
No,
side.
it's just going to be a shit fight, so it shouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're going to take the cap now that they got their spawners, and that does like stop the other team from taking it before they get there. But it does waste another 10 seconds. But yeah, pretty tight time. Coffee Clock are in a bit of trouble though if they didn't win the shit fight. Hertz is right on top of everything. Doesn't really hit anything though.
The follow-up bomb from Paulson comes in, actually takes
does
down
trade, though.
Redcoat. Yeah,
They are
Madman
down
were
a
able to sort of
player,
push
though.
across the point during that fight.
They
They're
have
actually
made
gonna
up this
back
ad a
up.
little bit though as well. It's only like 15%, and we get a pool. See
Ah.
who is decent or what has happened. Oh no, they're all there.
Do you reckon it's a strat pause?
Yeah. This will be when the round's over, right? So
It will. I
May-
just
maybe a
checked the
little
logs. I'm
bit
not
of
gonna lie.
little bit of well, don't spoil, but
I'm not
maybe
gonna
from
spoil.
that pause it means Madmen probably won. How long do pauses go for? We'll ignore that. But yeah, I mean they do kill Redcoat, but it's not really worthwhile. Actually, Coffee Clock are going to instantly cap though, which is a bit of an interesting one. I mean they probably. What is the timer? Like 40 seconds in real time.
Yes.
Redcoat spawn. I mean my thing's cooked, so you might instantly be spawning now, or might not be. If they didn't wait for him, that might be a misplay, because then the rest of their team should spawn and they'll get Uber probably in time before Reiko gets there. But yeah, with the pause, it's fucked the timing up.
Yeah. I'll tell you some juicy goss from the logs if you want.
No spoilers.
Which
man.
not the spoilers, but I'll
Is-
tell you
is
that
it Enrith is fragging
Enrith
and
hasn't died. Enrith has not died.
and Reiko's died and done
Redcoat's
like 40
died.
DPM.
At least an infinity times more than that. So
How's the demo damage looking so far?
the damage? Oh, it's about double on one to the other.
I mean, it's
And we
gonna
are
be
live again.
Your head, man. There's no chance. Reiko's literally just killed himself like 4 times.
Oh,
What
okay.
the fuck? What?
What the?
What?
Okay, Arnold dies to a trap that was on a rock.
Was that a trap? I thought it was just spam.
I. If it was spam, that's awful.
I have a feeling that I know what the log situation is now, man.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know the time.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Yule gets taken down to a sticky on a rock
No
again.
one- they're not
Redcoat gets
gonna
taken
kill
down.
any-
Yeah,
Henry
these
might die,
players
though.
are just feeding one by
You
one
never
by the
know.
looks. Yeah. The Uber does get forced, but they're going to cap this point with 36 seconds left on the timer.
Oh, okay. So the pause must go for pretty long, and this is even Uber, so the timing isn't too bad, really.
Yeah, the pyro to break the forward hold that wasn't there. Yeah,
HUD's still
Arnold
cooked, though, is
dies
yours?
to Paulson. Yeah, but the HUD's cooked. I need
Arnold
a retry.
dies again, yeah. So Arnold kinda not making the plays here. Down is behind on a little bit of health. Silvo knows though and cleans him. So this is really tough. Medic is up, but Yui and Down are dead. They're all just gonna go through main. Hertz is on a fat bomb. He's done enormous
Oh, he's going
damage.
to take down
He doesn't even
Redcoat.
die, and yeah, they don't even make it to the point. So I'm gonna. A HUD's fix? Yeah, they are. That's good. But yeah, Arnold just sloppiness in the last minute. Not sure what happened. I assume that's where the pause was. Don't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, hard to tell, but yeah,
So,
we're going to go
yeah,
to this mid
I'll
and see if we
pick
get
like-
this soldier aggression again.
Coffee Club must be confident because this was their pick, but not working out for them. Both
Yeah.
solely going aggro this time. Enrith finally dies. Arnold gonna get cleaned up by Faith here. Yeah, they don't see him. He just sneaks in behind. Look, one good thing though is Locke isn't healing. But I mean, the spawns are so quick that who gives a shit? It's still
That
gonna
was
be
a
like
very
a 40
fast mid. That was a very aggressive mid from all players.
Yeah,
Sort of.
it was basically just a shit fight. They slightly won it, except Face snuck in at the end and killed him. That was kind of the thing Face got him going for him as well. Like he did that really well in the week 7 game, where they
The
drew.
sneakiness.
Yeah, the sneakiness, killing the med when they had disad, that kind of thing. Because his DM isn't on the same level generally as Cookie and Yui. So
Yui,
you
yeah.
gotta make up for it in Cookie's lack of brains and take advantage of that, you know. But yeah, they know they have ad here, so they're just gonna play it slow and inch the point. They probably could start looking to go into it before they get.
They have used actually, and they're probably not going to get a whole lot from this. Enrith gets taken down.
Yeah,
Going for the aggressive
unless you
jump,
get the
Silver's
med, it
gonna
doesn't
die.
Matter really.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enrith kind of gets left behind. They do cap, but that's a bit meaningless. Yui gets a bit memed. Paulson is
Yeah.
behind here, but I don't think he's gonna get. Oh no, he's gonna kill Yule, so that's actually not too bad, really. I mean, it's not a complete disaster. They'll probably just have to sack in though.
I just wonder
They
whether.
are- They are gonna wait for Yule. Not sure if he's worth it either, but.
I wonder whether they could have gone for something like a more an aggressive
think
hold
they
there or
needed-
something.
I feel like they probably just needed Uber better. Essentially, it just was really sloppy, and Arnold. They were expecting it.
Oh,
That,
nice
but-
midi on Hertz by Yule.
Yeah,
Yule
they're
ends
not
up
gonna even
finishing
get
off.
close to him. That's a disaster.
It's a lot better played by Coffee Clock than their previous sort of
Yeah,
three setups.
I mean, at least since they basically have Uber here, they are going to forward hold, and this is Uber, even Ubers, I mean. But yeah, pretty fat DM there from Coffee Clock.
Seeing these stickies on main again, is this the new meta that I'm not aware of?
They probably are just all fat nerds and watch each other's demo. Oh, didn't even notice.
Oh,
Hertz is too sneaky even for the casters and kills Arnold. So yeah, not Arnold's game at all. Down is just going to jump into this door and get hit in the face by a pipe. So this
I'm not gonna lie.
just a
How
free
badly
take.
would you tilt right now? I would tilt pretty hard.
I mean, Cookie's probably already 11 on the tilt scale. I'm not sure Arnold tilts as much, but you would think he would be up there. Especially
Yeah.
dying to the hurt spy is not a pleasant feeling, you know? So this should just be a sack. Lock is doing, yeah, the classic, you just sit up behind your rock kind of one. We'll see if Hertz can collect as well as Yule does. Paulson's
see
kind of being
how-
bullied here a bit though. He needs to kind of back up. Yui's just going to kill
Yeah,
him.
he's gonna die, and now Down's gonna try and go for the behind play, and he is going in now, but
Yui's
like,
actually
Lock
all
is
the way
so
in
far
sport. They
out.
don't know.
Oh.
Silvo does actually. He's gonna get to him still. This is really bad
Oh.
from everyone though. He's not gonna
No.
kill him.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Lock does
So,
not
yeah.
pop to idiots, dude.
I mean, I kind of maybe when he was on
I'm
4 health,
with
he
Lock on
should.
that one.
I mean, on 4 health he should have still, but yeah, that was. I don't
Who
know
were
what-
those two players? Who
It
were
was
those two
Silver
players?
and
that missed?
Enrith. You can't really blame Enrith, but like the scout should just stop dodging and just shoot the fucker. Like you don't need to dodge there like a madman to shoot it.
160 seconds.
So yeah, some mistakes from Arnold last round, and yeah, some probably more team mistakes that don't pop to idiots from madmen.
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm gonna see if the soldiers
Redcoat
can get
should die here
Whoa.
though. Oh,
Nice
no,
counter
bad
bombing from
everything.
Down and Yule. Yeah, that was like
Yeah, and then
they
Redcoat hits
waited.
that damage as well on 10 health. So I mean they're gonna build here, but this is a forward hold with 30 seconds left. So I say like shit the bed here completely. They should
Ends in 30
be able to tie it up, and yeah, maybe a bit of nerves on that first one from Arnold, but yeah, this is looking, like you said, quite clinical, more typical Coffee Clock. They kind of just have to go as soon as they get here, because what, 15 seconds?
Yeah.
Arnold's not going to even get forced here.
Yeah,
really
they
straight
had
away.
used out
He
of that
will
right
use
side.
to save Yule, but they're going to have to go back through spawn. Redcoat does get abandoned though. They get broken through and right. Faith makes a tiny bit of time. Paulson's not going to make it though. They're not going to make it. Oh, he does actually make it, but it's 4v5 here. No Redcoat, Yule. Yeah, they do just get cleaned up. So
Yeah, Yui and
a little bit
Yule.
of mistake letting Redcoat die, but yeah, the superior Uber and the need to just rush point.
I wonder. I'm really interested in these mids. Like, I feel like they're just happening so much faster than mids I'm used to on this map. Like,
Well, I don't think it's that bad an idea, because if you just double silently, you normally don't lose too bad, even if you do lose. Because you normally
Yeah.
kill the med, which is normally good enough.
yeah, Down and
Down's-
Yule go on.
Redcoat's
Hertz actually
kinda
counter
so-
bombed.
Redcoat gets shot in the bum, so this is 4v3. Face is kind of by himself here. He's trying to fight Yui, not sure if this is the best idea, but the weight of numbers should win it for them. But yeah, the med is OP, just runs away. Poor positioning, but doesn't even matter.
We have lost control point.
Yeah, really,
Redcoat-
really
Redcoat
upsets
gets
you.
Kinda bullied again, just gets shot in the bum, knocked into the other team, maybe a bit far forward. Enrith this time though,
Whoa.
makes the same mistake, gets fought out.
Gets juggled into the air.
Yeah, but
by
he's so
Yule, I
far
think.
forward,
Yeah.
didn't need to be. Maybe he was expecting to be healed there, but wasn't, but yeah.
And Coffee Clock have used. I don't know if they got forced or if they thought they were going to get something with this Uber, but
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, a bit
Probably were like, oh, we can do something here, then they couldn't really, but they got forced anyway. This is a fallout though, I'm not sure this is a good idea by Yui. He's just gonna get cleaned up. Surely he doesn't force again or drop again. Thank God he doesn't. And they are
Yeah.
wasting good time here. And this is a nice bomb by Yui.
Or Enrith gets taken out really low by Yule. Down's in with the second bomb as well. He's just into 3 players though. Dies as he should.
I mean, at least that's not too bad on a map like Fire. Redcoat
Gets
actually
the
gets
force.
the force.
Yeah,
That's a bit
nice.
cringe.
We have secured.
Not really sure how that worked out.
Well, he
but
probably, I think Locke could have used, but I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to justify it.
I feel like he should have need to in that situation though.
Oh, yeah.
They do have full ad here again, so I think they're just going to try and bully Yule somehow behind. Enris going to get left behind. Enris is dead as well, and they're not going to even force. I mean, Shapang and Hertz are going to have to try. They do know he's behind though, and they are looking.
Control point is being captured.
I'm not really sure where he's gone. Is he waiting for Redcoat? No, he
Yeah.
must have jumped out. They are
Yeah,
pretty close,
Shapang
but
might die here, yeah.
Redcoat dies as well though. And by the time they get Uber, that's worthwhile probably.
Yeah, they're just going to have to back up to the point now
Well,
and
I
probably
mean,
take a
It
trade.
means they can walk out. I mean, Redcoat will be up, but it means you can break the forward basically for free.
Yeah.
And they almost have. I don't think Coffee Clock realised they don't have yet. Cookie
Yui
he does get the multi, but he forces pretty late. So this is going to be better. Cookie does make it out. Down
Nice
gets
bomb
shuttled
by
though by
Yule.
Coulson. Down is somehow survived. Oh, huge
nice
by Yule.
rocket by Yule.
Yule's big DM is really doing well for him on this map. This is not a solid map, but when you hit shit like that, it doesn't even matter. So they have held this point. Reko's taken a lot of damage here though, and yeah, the bomb will finish him off. Nice shot again by Yule. He does die, but he hits safe.
He's feeling it. But again, like,
Yeah, he's feeling himself, mate. As
these,
they say.
I feel like these soldiers are really focusing Redcoat, and like,
Well,
he's getting
really
taken down in
forward.
a lot of important fights.
He's kind of more forward than Cookie is, and it's not really working for him. And yeah, like Paulson, like you said, Paulson and
Hurts.
yeah, hitting on him that time. That was a pretty good damage, but no one followed up.
Ooh.
Oh, and that rocket.
Nice by Hurts. He takes down Arnold and Cookie.
At least the one good thing for Coffee Clock here is, although they've been dissad a lot, they have just ticked down the timer that they only need a minute. Yule is going to kill Hertz there as well somehow, so yeah, really feeling himself.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Yui's behind here, they do know, but they can't really do anything about it.
Control point is being captured.
We'll see if he makes it in the end. He's shooting Paulson. He should get him, but he
He
misses
does choke a
3
bit.
shots.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bit orkies.
Oof.
Faith?
Yeah, the Ubers popped
You'll
out.
get slammed
Actually.
as well. Yeah, they do pretty bad Uber, but it's not really even that much advantage though. So, I mean, it was kind of bad for them to get forced, but Cookie on NG and oh no, he's back on Pyro. They're
having
gonna
a
have
look.
to wait to get out here because, well, they're just gonna go for it without the Uber. They are just gonna go for it without the Uber.
Oh,
Cookie
the
gets slammed,
absolute
Yule gets slammed.
skybox.
Yui does kill Paulson in the end, but I mean they do get 3 and their spawns are a really good time. So yeah, there wasn't too much downside to that actually. That's
No,
the thing with fire.
it's
As
worth
long as,
it.
as long as your med lives and you kill someone, it's worthwhile when you're attacking. Hertz is going
Hertz.
behind. They haven't seen him.
Oh,
no,
they know.
Yule
They
just
know.
wall hacks him. He's gonna fight Cookie though.
Oh, I
Cookie's
think Cookie
actually-
might die here. Oh, Hurts gets taken down.
Oh, and he swaps in
the
time.
binds! The binds win!
Control point is being contested.
You'll get
After
taken
all
down
that,
really
though,
low.
the thing is they get Uber because of how slow that was. Yui is trading here instead of Cookie. Paulson is stuck behind though and he's not going to kill anyone. Actually, Yui and
Faith and Silvo. Oh,
cleaned up there. Silvo's actually just on fire. He doesn't even give
yeah,
a fuck.
Silvo
But
doesn't
Cookie-
care, man. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Andrew saves him as well.
Look
yeah.
at these men.
Silvo
Absolutely
putting his-
possessed.
yeah, putting his big boy pants on. Fuck you to you. I'm the man this game.
Oh.
Yui rushed Enrith just from looking at. I mean, yeah, rushed in didn't work, and then
There's only 10
Silvo did the
seconds
same.
left now.
Yeah, they
Coffee
have
Clock
to
are
shoot
trying to
fighters.
take the point.
It's even Ubers. Oh, Down's gonna die there though, and Yule's gonna live. I mean, Hertz is gonna live. Yule is not gonna live. Yeah, that's basically telling you how the last kind of 2 minutes has gone. That Silver's on a fucking 10 kill streak,
Yeah, I mean, pretty reflective.
and Redcoat has to jump here, but he's gonna bitch it. Save the stats. Wants the metrics,
Yeah.
boys. Even if they lose the final, if you get the metrics. Number 1 in the world, man. He's done Prem before. It's boring. Wants to be number 1. Saving the stats is quite important for that, man. But yeah, Madmen taking it 2-1 on their non-chosen map so far. Let's see if Coffee Clock can go back to that perfection of that second round.
Paulson going in really aggressively takes down Arnold to a 30 HP, and it's actually going to buy Madmen a lot
So
of
many
point
of them
presence.
Though. Oh, they do
Yeah.
actually finish off too. Silver's got in a bit abandoned here. Yui's going to go for it and does kill him. In behind as well, they do know, but Lock is playing this pretty smart though. Doesn't even matter if Enrith dies, which he hasn't actually yet. He wants to though. Yeah, I think he just kills himself on purpose though, knowing he won't get out. But smart play from Locke there. And oh, Cookie gets two shot by Faith, and yeah, gets shredded. The actual thing, I don't think they realize how much better Arnold's Uber is. And Silver's gonna die through a trap. Roko might die here. No, Faith can't hit the shot.
That's 3 down on Madman.
Arnold
from
dropped!
that. Oh,
no,
my
he didn't
god.
realize. Oh, Locke is not healing, but Enrith kills Redcoat as well. So yeah, Arnold not leaving in the 2 shot from the Chapin, renowned soldier main. Bit of a mistake there. Once again, Arnold a bit sloppy there. What's lost them the first round?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like this is going to be pretty easy for Madmen. They're taking the point
they should just
uncontested,
sack
yeah.
here, though.
Actually, though, Enrith kind of gets caught out. His team abandoned. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Why wouldn't you
miscommunication
Uber
there.
there? Yeah, like
they
you
could've
have
just
the
gone
Uber.
forward.
Yeah.
They have so much ad that they can just waste time and retake it. Yui misplays there, trying to go a bit too forward and gets killed for it. So still 50% ad though, and they know this time. Arnold is still in though. No, he's going to be gone.
Yeah,
They
the
spent
scout
too much
speed,
time on
hey?
Redcoat. Yeah, I mean that time I think Silver would have got him. He just didn't. This is really aggro though. Yui and Cookie is still nose out. So yeah, full ad here, and they got a lot of time, but I still not really that well done by Coffee Clock. Arnold's still dying there, kinda. Would have been perfect otherwise if he didn't drop early. Even if they used, it wouldn't have been too bad. Paulson dies instantly there. Does trade with down. Faith can't get the kill. Hertz is
Oh,
actually
Hertz
gonna
gets
kill one.
fuel, yeah.
Oh!
Hertz lit. Oh, the
Actually,
Tempest game and nearly
Tempest, man.
survived. Yeah.
That's a demo classic there.
Uh,
Applies it to the soldier. But yeah, they're still just building. Like, neither team really cares that much about sacking. It's not working anyway. They can get Ubered on here. I don't think Coffee Clock will realize. They're just gonna take their time. I hope they support Redcoat a bit better, because I feel like they've both been dying because they're expecting to be this big dick machine.
Redcoat? Oh, yeah, he manages. But again, you're right. He nearly got caught out again in that.
The thing is, he's so far forward that I think he might still die. Oh no, his Uber was good enough that it lasts forever. Paulson does die, Yule does as well. Down's already so low here. As is Hertz though. Nice play by Faith, gets one.
It's like Hertz is like he's able to live for so long and he just keeps
Yeah,
like
they just do those
shooting
half bombs.
rockets. Yeah.
They do have better spawns here though. So Yui will eventually die from, yeah, Paulson spawned before everyone did. He does die though to somehow gets piped, Yule will die though as well. They eventually retake, but that's good time here. Face should die here, he's actually brained it with his positioning. It's onto that cliff spot where he can't get hit. So basically full on even Ubers. Coffee Clock do have a bit of time though.
Yeah, I mean they should look to start moving pretty soon, like instead of waiting for this Uber, they're kind of just giving up time and letting Madmen get like better position for bombs. Yui is trying to come forward on cliff now.
I feel like they didn't actually have those, so they didn't want to wait there. I just got a sack here though. Amazing surf though from Locke, saves him. Redcoat is on here, no, it's not going to get him. So interesting strategy there.
Is this the play?
I mean, if it works, it works, but it's a disaster when it doesn't, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it just wastes another 20-30 seconds. And Yui's gonna stay out and die. Not sure what that play was. Yule gets out from the forward hold though. Oh, Minnie's Enrith again, he's the best! Yule showing why he's the best pocket in Australia despite his lack of ultra-duo ability. Slamming Enrith. So yeah, and Hertz dies as well, somehow kills down. Silver gets the force, but it's not a good trade here. And nice
Yeah,
Uber
this
from
is a
Arnold,
much
saves
better
the force
Uber.
as well. Yeah, it's just Enrith. They tried to forward hold after Yui died, but they didn't really have the time. And then yeah, Yule hits the big boy shot once again, as he has all game. Yule definitely pounding it. It feels like, at least to some of his nice shots.
I
It is
would
just
agree.
an Uber though, so basically whoever wins this fight should win.
Yeah,
both on
and
no-
Hertz and Paulson are going for the double bomb either side. Hertz gets
doesn't
taken
really
down by
get much.
Cookie. Yeah. Down goes down. Yule picks up Faith. Paulson's jumping in now. He does go into Redcoat. Gets taken out. Redcoat dies to
The thing is,
Silvo.
actually, Enrith is a beast. Kills too, even though they were
Cookie
down.
v Silvo here with the Scout ulti duo.
Silvo
Oh,
actually
Silvo
gets molested.
dies. Yeah.
Cookie might survive though. I mean, well, he actually might kill Hertz as well. No, nice arrow. Oh, and
Oh
Hertz
no,
finishes
it
him off.
hurts. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like Cookie needed to go for that maybe. Oh no, and Arnold gets stuck too.
97% Uber he died on there.
Cookie getting a bit overexcited. Killed Silvo. Shows he's the alpha male, but then yeah, Hertz gave it back to him. And this is a bit of a collapse there. They wasted a lot of time with everyone sacking there, despite it not really meaning much. This is their last chance on this map. Down full Uber ad. They have to win with 15 seconds basically left. No time on the point. They basically just should bait this. I don't think Enrith needs to be so far forward.
Yeah, Yule's coming in now.
Arnold has no chance of Uber, so you don't even need to kill him. As long as you kill people, you're fine, which they have. Down is maybe no, nice save by Hertz. Broco's just gonna YOLO it. Oh, they don't even make it in time. So yeah.
Wow.
Coffee Cook have that one perfect round, and then it just never kinda came off for them. Like that should have been their round, but Cookie just a bit over aggressive, not expecting the spawner of Hertz. Dies with Arnold 3% off. That's got to be a bit devastating, especially on your own map pick, and you have to get the other team's pick, which I forgot what it was. Probably Gully or some shit map. Not they're at this part of the
Badlands is the next map.
Oh, okay, not Redcoat's favorite choice, but yeah, we'll leave it to the analysts. A bit of an upset there. See what they think.
Well, wow, what a game. Some of the most I can't comment exactly on all the different team fights. Needless to say, both teams played, just amazing. Completely beasting each other, lots of forward holds, lots of really smart play. Enrith's stickies were really on point, and he was doing a lot of damage. However, notably, it came down to Silvo there. When I checked, when it was 2-1, Silvo was at 25-4, just not dying, fragging anyone. Now that we look at the finished logs, he top damaged at 8k with 32 frags. So whatever MMGP were doing to make sure he wasn't shot and he could shoot everyone, it worked perfectly.
97%.
What?
97. No, it's for the Arnold dying on that last round.
Oh,
with
not
Cookie.
accuracy. Oh my.
No,
you
not
gave me
accuracy.
a heart attack.
No. 97%.
That came down to the wire.
That is going to haunt Cookie's dreams if they can't pull this back. That round was theirs to ride. 1 second left on the cap, and he walks forward. And
Well, that's
Silvo,
the thing. It's
just
nerves are high. Grand finals.
yeah. And Silvo, I would say probably the least experienced of all the players on these across both teams. Just going absolutely ham.
I don't know about least
That's
experienced, but least seasons played in Prem.
Least
yeah.
these seasons played in Prem. Like he's certainly. I think this is his first grand final. I think. I may be wrong in that,
yeah,
but it's
I think you're right there.
First or second at best. And all of Coffee Clock have been here before, and most of Mad Men have as well.
And to go ham on the best map in the game,
yeah,
is the best class in the game, like
32-7, 336 DPM. I mean, what? Like those are numbers. That if you would have told me those numbers and put those 4 scouts on the board, I would have said Cookie or Yui or Faithless. I would not have put Silvo at those numbers in a game like this, in that fashion.
I
He was
think
just so dominant.
Viaduct works for how he plays, though. I think like MMGP generally want to be really aggressive, and Silvo in particular tries to force a lot of things. You're less punished for dying on Viaduct, weirdly enough, but you're also rewarded for being really active and really playmaky. Whereas I think Coffee Clock were more, they play pretty, they think about what they do and they play together, and then once they know what they want to do, they'll commit to it. Viaduct is not that slow sometimes.
No, yeah, and especially when you've got Enrith walking onto mid, doing 374 DPM, just pumping out damage non-stop, hitting sticky after sticky and pipe after pipe on any player trying to take his ground. And then Silverdock's walking in with a beam up his ass, just shooting anything that Enrith's been hit. It's just the shredder. You end up walking into this shredder on the point that you cannot break without an Uber.
I also think Paulson provided very good moral support in that last game.
Oh, definitely. Sure, that's the only reason I've got him at this point, right?
Just to have Paulson yell at them to go in at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need. I mean, MMGP have definitely brought it back. First map looked pretty solid for Coffee Clock. You know, just safe, calm, solid. And we've just seen a complete upset. And now we get to watch Badlands, which I can't even make predictions on this map. Last time we watched two Prem teams play on this, it was just a disaster. So I'm making no predictions, no calls on anything.
Yeah,
and
it's
I think
not worth it.
we just see how they play it.
Yeah, look, I think from what I've heard, we've got a little bit of time. So for anyone who's just joining us, we might have just a quick rundown if you came in halfway through product, so you have an idea on what's going on here. So obviously, best of 5, we're 3 maps in. Madmen are up 1-0, winning their own map pick of Sunshine, and that map just their product, with Coffee Clock winning the first map, which was their pick, which was Snakewater. This map was Madmen's pick. It is Prolands, and if Coffee Clock managed to win this map, we will go to a 5th map, which Coffee Clock picked, which is Process.
That's actually really key that Viaduct was Coffee Clock's pick and they lost it.
Yeah, and in that fashion as well. Like, you could even say for for the other maps, if the other maps had gone either way, you wouldn't feel as bad if you're the team that picked it, because they were really close maps. But a 3-1, sure, the rounds were really close. All of the rounds were 6 minutes long, but a 3-1, even with close rounds like that, you can't be feeling great if that's your map pick.
Right, you are, Ken.
And it's just, I really want to see if Coffee Clock have anything different to offer, because I feel like I've just been seeing more of the same every map.
Well, Badlands, I think, based on player experience, I think they've got the edge on Badlands, just because they've got more boomers on their team. But also, I think Badlands is also a map that favors the aggressive. Ubers aren't very important on second, because you can always duke them on Spire. But I think, namely, having Paulson here will be really useful. I think his calls will be invaluable. I also imagine he's keeping MMGP somewhat... I think Paulson's got a bit of this ability to just keep people together in the Prem community and just stop people raging, you know?
Yeah, keep him a bit grounded.
It's a special power of his.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially with Madmen, they know that, they played this game 2 weeks ago just as a best of 3, though. And, they lost coming into this game. They want to win it. Everyone wants to win it. All 12 players here want to win it, but Coffee Clock obviously having a bit more success in that over the past few seasons. But maybe the addition of Paulson is helping him. He's a bit calmer than Rocky, so you never know.
A bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit, just a pinch. Yeah, look, I also think as well, with the fact that the final map... Okay, so if this is the other thing, right? MMGP, if they win this is their map pick. If they win this, no team goes to Process.
Yep,
they just
over.
win, right? I still think that Coffee Clock have Process in the bag if they end up playing it. Just based on team composition, but Silver's sort of threw a wrench in that,
Yeah, he's really shown up. The past 2 maps, he's just been such a presence on the map. Right? It's just the amount of pressure that he's applying in these fights, and it's not early pressure. It's a lot of it is kind of that mid
Sustained
to late
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just with a lot mid to late rounds. He's just coming in with the beam and cleaning up.
Namely, playing the beam as well more, which I really like. But yeah, I think if MMGP can force it to not go to Process and just win this, I mean, if Coffee Clock win this and then they most likely win Process, then
I think so, yeah.
That's them winning anyway, Whoever deserves to win will win.
Yeah,
I think it just comes down to this map.
Yeah, I think the winner of this map wins. Is it obvious? If Coffee Clock wins it, they win. I think if Coffee Clock wins it, I think they go to process and win. If Madmen win it, obviously they just win it straight up there and then done. So yeah, it's this map I feel like holds a lot more weight than the 5th map if we end up going to it.
Yeah, I agree. Although once again, you don't know. You just
You,
don't
you
know.
just don't. You could see Silver come out and drop 50, you know, or Cookie could do the same. Yeah, it's I'm really excited to see this map. I really want to see. I want to see mids. I want to see how Redcoat and Enrith are going to play the mids, and if Enrith can just keep rolling out. I feel like his rollouts have been a lot better than Redcoat's. He's just been getting to mid a lot faster, applying a lot more early pressure, and his team has been able to follow up with that a lot more. And again, we've seen that a lot more over the past 2 maps. They kind of felt shut out on Snakewater, which I feel like is what could happen if we go to process. I also
Well,
want to see
I don't-
if they'll get Stalematey on lasts, but we will let Elmo and Sean pick it up from here
As we
and
go live.
Keep going.
Alright, I will expect Enrith to be faster on this mid.
In for the long haul, boys. Let's see that 5 mats. So Paulson doing the bitch roller, just their choke, not his own choke.
Yeah, it looks like, Coffee Clock playing the other side. They do take down Lock
it's
really
midi.
early. Nice frags.
Yule's actually a mini machine. Arnold's so far away, but Silver's on him. Actually gets crushed by the arrow when Yui combo. So yeah, Yule just the aggro bomb, hitting him in the face. Not much Paulson can do here, just gets cleaned up.
God, this is such a fast mid again. Those like insta soldier bombs, like
Badlands
crushing.
is always kind of fussy. You can't really passive it because you just get jumped in belly and die. But yeah, it was basically just Yule midi lock. Like Paulson played safe, he did huge damage on Yule, but not much you can do about that when your med gets slapped in the face by a fat midi.
Yeah.
You'll keeping the midi form going. Paulson might get bullied here, drop down. No, they back up. So this is full ad.
It looks like, Madmen playing this like half forward hold, probably looking to back out pretty
This
quickly.
is pretty slow though, like they are building decently, they're at 70 already, they have taken top left there, they don't want to lose anyone here. Hertz does get picked off, that's a bit awkward. And they will hopefully go in, yeah they are going in now before they get... There is a Pyro.
The Pyro
That's
doing
not
work.
good work.
Oh, nice work, buddy.
doesn't
He
even
lives,
die.
he goes behind.
They're not going to get the
Okay.
gun, they do, oh the Pyro does die, but Locke will get Uber here. He does.
Yeah, the
he
point's
will go
getting
down,
played.
they're getting capped though. Oh, they've taken so much time, but I don't think they'll get that 3v3 actually. Hertz does spawn onto you, that's really unfortunate. Hertz spawns at the perfect time. Arnold is sneaking away here. I don't think they can catch him, but he's not healing, so it's not going to be ad anyway. So yeah, Arnold does well to sneak away, and they're actually going to have disad because of how long they died for. So yeah, they thought they could have just played that top left and spammed, but yeah, they forgot how early Hertz died there, like before the push came in, and he just spawns and kills everyone.
And we're gonna see Hurst is actually jumping in onto the,
Yeah,
the
Redcoat's dead
enemies to
though, is
mid.
why they want to break in, but Silver's just literally, they can't kill anyone. Faith
Oh,
actually huge like,
Enrith as well.
yeah,
Enrith takes
did
down Yui
everything.
down.
Like, Cookie's on the med though, I don't think he'll get him. No, nice again by Enrith. Redcoat's by himself here as well. Probably. Oh, what? Actually gets some amazing pipe somehow into like the pinky toe of Faith and he dies. This is a bit ballsy though. Yeah, they need it back. They're not going to take this. They have full ad. Enrith's
Yeah, down and Eula coming in. Oh, is there a
Huge
sticky
midi.
on there? Or is it a midi?
No, that was a midi. He saves himself with it as well, and now they have full ad here.
Yeah, and it looks like Coffee Clock are playing kind of far forward for what situation they're in right now. And yeah, the Uber from
The thing is, they
MMGP.
don't care though. The thing down always plays forward because he just like hucks the doorway, as they say, and then that forces them, and you die. But it's like, oh well, I died. My team is full Ubrad now. They might try and break through this early, but as we've seen on 5CP, they do like playing it a bit safe. Actually, Faith and Paulson wanting to go behind. Paulson is behind. They do know Yui's actually got a back spawn to go look for him. I think with down. Faith is actually here as well though. He's run the whole way there.
Yeah, this
Yui's
is a bit
in
of an
lobby.
interesting
Paulson knows,
play.
though. Paulson not getting. He does connect. He does kill
Oh,
him.
they trade as well.
Faith
Yeah.
is actually bullying down as well.
Control point is being
Yeah,
captured.
down really low. He's gonna have to
So
reset.
with all that shit going on, I think Arnold used it mid and they don't kill anyone with it.
Yeah,
Now,
Faith
Faith's
is
actually
backcapping. He's forced them to come back. Oh, nice
yeah,
part
he
from
does
Red
die
Coat.
anyway, but this is since they Ubered in, it didn't really get that much because of all that distraction. This is basically full ad again. They can just wait for Faith to come up. But they probably will try not to even Uber at second, I would imagine, and just take it for free and then hold that last. Actually, they're pretty slow here. I'm not sure what they're doing. They eventually come round, but I think Coffee Clock are going to want to fight this. They're only 20% off here. Yeah, they're going to get this actually. They do Uber. Actually, Arnold might get killed here.
Oh,
has
he
snuck
manages
into
to back
lobby.
through the shutter. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Hurts
Yule
kills himself. No
craters
one's gonna die.
behind.
Actually, Yule and Yui do die. This Uber's actually not really done all that much. Faith will get killed on Spyro, I'd imagine, though. No?
Yeah, Cookie kind
actually
of
caps
got
it as well,
owned a little
so-
bit.
Cookie doesn't actually hit much.
Oh,
Huge-
bomb by Paulson. Nice rockets. And
gonna
Arnold
crater
crater.
that,
Yeah.
Kind of shitty little war mid, he gets it. And now they have the spawns. It was like a 40 damage rocket and he was on like one and just the
Yeah.
most pathetic little fall kills him. Redcoat get caught out here as well. Hertz should die for it. Yui goes for the med, he's not going to make it, and Hertz is not going to even die. So yeah, full Uber out here. First of the game for Madmen. Cookie is behind, they do know. Enrith actually just braids him with a nice trap. Silver will trade with Yule, but I'm
Yule,
not sure that's
yeah.
even worth it. Really, because there's so many people down, they can just... Oh no, they actually don't have Uber yet, so that they won't just walk in. But, I mean,
Yeah, but
it's not-
all these players are ready. They're just
Yeah,
going to walk
it's
in
not
with
a
this
big
huge Uber ad. We've got a pyro and a heavy on Coffee
yeah,
Clock.
well, the Coffee Clock's Uber actually got fucked by the Silver Pyro, so...
Yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
see if they can
It's
return.
really hard just within that doorway. You just can't see shit with the new pyro flames and getting your mind fucked by that air blast. They're just gonna double scan. Oh, they're walking into a trap. Redcoat going big and even
wow.
bigger disaster. Both
Yeah.
scouts get blown up. They don't notice the trap and walk in at the same time. They have Uber out here as well. Paulson gonna go for the force here. They haven't actually seen him. He's behind on bats. Surely he gets the force here. Actually, he
Yeah.
walked into.
Oh, nice
Arnold
arrow
middies,
from Arnold. Yeah.
Yui actually finds him. So Silvo is on a sniper. He was hitting some nice shots in that dead time.
Yeah,
on
he's just
Snake.
playing in this spawn door. It doesn't want to come
he's
out.
just gonna wait for the jump, and he does get the
Yeah.
body shot. Yule does survive though, and they're surely gonna wait till someone can jump at him.
Yeah, and I have
Thing
a
is-
feeling this might equalize here. Yule's going
Yeah.
really far forward.
They
to
actually
try
want
and...
to wait. They actually want to wait, I think, here to get Uber. Actually, both of these oddly bomb. They do force actually, but I feel like they won't even be able to hold here. Actually, they're gonna go for a sneaky one. Lock is so
Yeah.
low though. He gets
And
forced
they
so
use,
early.
yeah,
They're
they
actually
get
gonna
take
block
down
the
Yule.
point. They actually block it.
Ooh,
Oh, this
Chad
is so
play,
awkward.
dude.
So
Yeah.
awkward for
Down
Coffee
stuck
Clock
fighting
as
like
well.
3 players.
Oh no, I don't think they realized when they were all the way behind though. Like,
Oh,
Coffee
Lock
Clock
is
got
so
stuck
low.
behind. He
It's
does get
nice
cleaned up,
rocket.
though.
Yeah, nice rocket from down.
Arnold does die to Paulson, so not a complete disaster. It was looking a bit spicy for Coffee Clock before they were stuck behind, but I don't think Madmen realized they were there, so they came up and cleaned. But in the end, it took long enough that Paulson spawned and yeah, managed to get on Arnold and kill him. So this is going to be a really hard hold here. Hertz actually somehow knocks Yui off the spire and survives on 1 health or something.
I think the speed of Madmen there kind of undid any push the Coffee Clock wanted to do there. I feel like they were maybe just a bit slow pushing into second.
Yeah, it was pretty ballsy from Hertz though, fighting Yui on that spire, and he got away with it in a way. Paulson's actually all the way behind, they haven't seen him. Nice Piper Roko kills him, but it's too little too late.
Oh no,
They are
yeah.
a bit of a retreat here just because both Solly's there, but that's kind of unacceptable letting
I feel like this is starting to happen
Paulson
a lot,
behind.
right? Like the Paulson behind, also just Arnold getting taken down, kind
actually,
of like when he
two are
shouldn't.
behind though. Down's on bats, he has been spotted though, but this is a smart bomb. Locke actually reads it brilliantly, gets inside. Unfortunately, Enrith does not. Yui is behind here, so he probably won't get the force, but I would say he's gonna start capping. Yeah, he's gonna wait for it and then start capping. Seems like they know. No one's gonna actually know at all. Paulson is close enough that he can probably block. They're actually just gonna beat him in time, I think.
Yeah, they're just gonna cap, and now he's kind of stuck behind. He could
The
fight
thing is,
Enrith here.
Enrith was by himself though.
Yeah, he
Oh
could.
no,
he
he
could
didn't see
fight.
him. He didn't see him. Oh, he's gonna die
Oh.
here to this. He didn't see him.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
fine, but
Enrith
too late.
dies. Yeah.
Enrith just sticky jumped. He would have got away, but he didn't see it in time. This is still ad here, but Yui is behind, so they're just gonna have to hold here. You're trying to be sneaky, not gonna get away with it. Actually, he will, because they don't have enough people to kill him.
Oh, Silvo is slipping out like a snake. Gets Ubered on by Locke.
thing is,
Paulson
Redcoat's
following
gonna
him with
die
this
there.
huge bomb. Nice rocket
Probably
from
could have
Paulson.
Ubered him there.
Yeah.
Locke
And
does
Locke
die,
goes
though.
down to that
Arnold
behind
will
scout
probably
Yui.
die here, though. Actually, oh no. A team body block for him, but he drops everyone. He did a lock himself.
Oh man. Yeah,
Bit
and
awkward, he-
Silvo is actually dancing around
The
down.
thing is, Faith is
Does
going to
get
kill him
taken down.
anyway. Or Enrith will
Or
surely.
Enrith coming in,
Oh,
yeah.
actually, Faith Smart kills down, leaves Arnold for last, so
Alert. Our control
not going to
point
be happy with that one at all, Coffee Clock. Trying to play it too passively and they just don't Uber. Locke was dead, there's no reason not to Uber, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to win the fight, next fight anyway, because you'll have 20, 30 ad. So yeah, another sloppy mistake from Arnold, I think, or some miscommunication about what they wanted to happen. Not always the Med's fault there. They could be, oh yeah, let's
Don't
not
use,
Uber
don't
here. and
use.
then,
Yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, it was kind of unlucky because they kind of got locked. Like they weren't really aiming at those plays. They were aiming at Arnold, and they just hit them by accident a bit. So Arnold's kind of decided I want to use here. Now full out again. Probably can't go any worse than the last one unless Locke himself drops.
Yeah, we've
You're
got this
behind though. This is
pyro
great
again.
enough. Locke's gonna get forced here.
Oh,
So yeah, basically
dude.
nothing Uber completely because no
Where
one's
did he
watching.
come from?
He was just
Did he
lobbying.
drop down?
The
Ah,
thing
okay.
is, no one watches lobby. You can just hide under there, and yeah, it's a completely nothing Uber. So yeah, nice play by Yule.
Yeah, and looks like Madmen are backing right out now. Rightly so. Paulson going for the classic hiding spot on bats. I mean, should get checked really.
Where? Oh, there.
Just gonna hide. Yeah, yeah.
No one
Yeah, it
uses
looks
that. No one uses that wall glitch one though. They should like where you can hide above those boxes on the invisible slope.
Yeah,
Those
both
soldiers died for
soldiers from
nothing.
Madmen
Fate
die.
is behind though. Yui has just swapped off. I don't think he'll make it there in time. Actually, no, too late. Even if he kills Yui, which it looks
I'm
like he
watching
might,
this shit fest of a fight.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
big
like, yeah,
garbage,
Faith
they-
actually decides to just yeet.
But
Like-
neither of them can aim. Faith is going to go on him. He gets the drop on him. He's not going to kill it though. And oh, Yui finally remembers where his monitor button is and turns it on and frags him. But yeah, I think they'd probably rather us not have seen that.
Nice
just
double
going
bomb,
in.
but they're not going to get anything. Locke was so far out there. The positioning was
Yeah,
advanced.
they went for Enrith and he just surfs out and survives. They do get forced here by the Paulson bomb. I didn't see that one, but I assume it was just them not watching enough and letting him in like that from last time. So yeah, full Uber decide. Arnold is obviously on the other end of mid, so probably won't get bullied. But the out is so big that you don't even need to be aggressive here. Yui actually, Locke decides that Yui isn't an idiot and doesn't wanna do what he did on fire. Does get forced. Not that big of a deal, I don't think. They can probably just keep going to second. Hertz does though, kind of by himself though. I'm not sure that was the right move. Just going for the sack instead of just pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do with these people.
Yeah, it's lots of sloppiness, don't you think?
Yeah, nothing as clinical as sort of what we were seeing on those first like couple maps. But I guess this probably makes for more exciting viewing.
Well, I think the 5CP in general has been the last pushes haven't really been great.
Redcoat's
Snake-
actually bombing so aggressively onto mid, and he's like on the ground now
No
on
one's
like
ever gonna go
60
for-
HP.
It's kind of a bait though, really. Like,
Yeah.
he wants someone to stay and we try and kill him because he doesn't think he'll die there. Paulson does do a pretty shit bomb, but I mean, it does waste enough time that his team will get Uber. Hertz is in the corner, they know though. They wall hack. He might trade, he does. Yule, unfortunately kills himself with an unnecessary rocket. Yui's behind here, but they do have Uber, so... They seen him as
Ooh.
well.
Yeah, Enrith gets
Yeah,
Skybox
sent to
by
the
himself, maybe?
stratosphere.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
I think he
there.
wanted to Uber into them maybe. Oh, Yui crushes Faith though there, and they have to run it out. I think he probably was wanting to a bit aggro and got Skybox. Because that's what happens if you double sticky stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it looks like Coffee Cup are going to try and take this lobby. We're going to have even Ubers, and probably the first chance to see how clinical Coffee Clock want to be at the moment. Whether they're just going to send sacks or
It's going to be a wait and see from this team. They probably have to try and get the gun first. Yule's already in position. Hits himself first, bit awkward.
yeah, the sentry gun being spammed pretty proactively by the soldiers at Coffee Clock.
Yeah, they
Yui
jump into
goes
the
in
level 1.
to make a
Kind of
play.
bit aggressive. They go for 2. And they're just going to single straight in here, I think. No? They do take lobby, but they kind of let him get away there.
Was that an intentional play? That was a double sack, or Pertz is actually in
I
on
think
Arnold.
so.
Does get taken down by
Yui was
Cookie.
all the way in, and they jumped from main. It was just the soldier did nothing because the level 1 denied him.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Scout running through a doorway into 5 people doesn't usually work too often.
The Yui's come up on Sniper, actually. Let's get onto this Yui cam.
Kind of a weird play there though. They kind of went into lobby for the single and then said, yeah, fuck it. We won't bother, we'll just sack hurt.
Yeah, Paulson's really far forward in forward spawn.
This is a pretty good sniper map though. You only need to like body shots the Med's legs here. Hertz is onto it. But if you just sit main on this map, it feels like you, or top left, you get someone, or watch top left, you get someone eventually.
Paulson's so far behind them as well. He's on Spy right now, but Cookie's actually fighting him off, and I think he's going to bitch out of that one.
Yeah, Paulson patrol is right. Silver's actually on his own sneaky sniper there, just waiting for like that little inch peek of the staircase. The thing is, you're a bit less, you're way less protected now that the glass is gone. You can't just juke it out behind the glass. Where's Yui now? Just on the stairs, so we'll probably eventually have a sniper battle. Paulson's actually walked in behind though, has he?
Yeah, he's in now on Redcoat.
Redcoat's
Does
gonna die.
take down
He might actually
Redcoat.
force, no. But that'll probably be full retreat. The thing is, it's really hard to push out into a sniper. And Redcoat's spawn isn't even that bad, it was only like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Coffee Clock was so far out then as well. Like, pretty slow plays. The engineer's still up on Faith. Off Sniper.
Someone's actually behind though already. Aren't they?
Yeah, Silvo. Yeah, Silvo's behind.
He's actually
He's
just gonna
fighting
fight
Redcoat. Yeah, Redcoat taken down to 80.
Think he
Add
has got
4,
two-
add 4. Yeah, Down's come back for him. Has this triggered anything?
I
Madman
mean,
is
there's not
still
much
back
you can
at
really
last.
do though,
Like,
because if Silver dies and someone else dies, you're in deep doo doo.
Our control
Yeah.
point is being
He's just
captured.
gonna run away now.
this
though.
is an absolute shit fest.
Yeah, Paulson does go from probably hoping that they were looking at Silver, but they weren't really.
Yeah, Silvo
But yeah,
just
with
goes
the
back to
sniper, it's
last.
still kind of hard. Maybe you trade in here. It's just with the gun there, it's hard to trade, get a good force. Oh, Enrith is just gonna Redcoat again.
Oh,
Redcoat-
man.
Redcoat having an unfortunate time in that lobby the last couple of minutes. But yeah, 12 minutes and a half and no caps, so looking like
Whoa.
another one round game as before.
This
on
is
the other
such
side,
a
CPU.
Badlands game.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really like the 2 second cap, honestly. Like the change to forward spawning time is so it's now like 20 seconds compared to what it was before, like 10. Makes you can actually push out. It's just in this kind of situation where another team Ubers, like pushing into last is still super hard. I think the 1 second with the glass was better, honestly. Because you could just
Yeah.
make meme plays and shit, and it would be less stalematey. Now, like every Badlands official with tight teams is always even. They do eventually come in here with the trade. Luxuber is 10 times better though. Redcoat will jump out. No, he's fucked it up. He's trying to go in behind here, but surely he has cleaned up. Yeah, he does. So they're in bottom left though. Cookie should get cleaned up, and he does. And the Soli's gonna die here as well.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
a bit
No.
fed up with just waiting, but that's
The impatience might
that's the
not
thing
have paid
when
off.
with
Oof.
the with the gun there, well, hurt shit talking. Your
Yeah,
DM was a
absolute
joke.
BM, dude.
Not sure who that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Yui wasn't really killing people there. If you trade there, you kind of have to get an advantageous position. You have to make it so their team overextends a little into your sniper. But they kind of just went all in because Reiko got stuck. And yeah, Yui had no space really to shoot anyone, and they all just got cleaned. I mean, it's not really a disaster because it's still even Ubers. Arnold obviously lived with Yui. Oh, it's basically even. There's no way Madman will go off the.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot going on. Yui's still on this sniper. Might should look to get like an aggressive angle. Yeah, they're trying to take house now. Maybe get something from the house side. Still not a lot. What are they trying to do? Are they trying to move?
I think they're just probably going to try and kill Paulson at resup.
Yeah, Faith is
He
trying to
is-
sort of
he
like.
isn't a-
They know.
Paulson's trying to, sneaky boy it, but don't know if that's the right call. Like, you're probably better off just being a bitch and drop down. Looks like they might jump here. Enra's taking a lot of D. Yui has Pete. Enra did die there though. A bit awkward for him. And Down's gonna just walk in on the med. He's whiffed so hard though, he hits nothing. Yul is behind though, so this might trigger. They do multi a lot, but this is a really awkward Uber for both teams. Hurts gets bullied behind. He's hit some nice shot and he's gonna kill Redcoat. Arnold should die as well. He does, but everyone else has died as well. Yui finally gets 2 kills on the scout somehow. And so while Sean has gone to get his Uber Eats, it's just me. So yeah, lots of shit fighting there. Yui went behind and Madmen thought that they had to just go for it. Arnold does die at the very least, so it's basically even, and so we're back to the exact same situation. They are going to try and forward hold though, or just push. Surely they don't push, they just forward hold, yeah. So I mean, Madmen won't be too disappointed with that. As long as they're not just sad, they'll probably be fine. And even then on this map, they'll probably be fine, as long as they know their hold.
Fill me in, big boy.
They basically just traded, and because someone died on Madman, I forgot who. Yule jumped behind. Actually, Arnold's on crits here. They have like 20% ad. It's going to be hard though. Cookie dies instantly as well. Enris really far forward though. He might just slam him.
Oh, the
Redcoat
sticky
gets knocked
juggles,
down.
Redcoat.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh
That's
my
probably
God,
the worst
Enrith.
crits possible. And
Enrith actually pounded
yeah,
them,
he
dude.
knocks Redcoat off and then pipes and
Oh.
kills Arnold. Redcoat's gonna get cleaned by Solis here as well, I think, yeah. So go for the crits, getting a bit desperate. Actually, they're all behind. There's a gun, but it's too
Oh
late.
no!
Oh no, there's
Holy
a Solis
shit.
here. He kills him. Will they cap it in
Yeah,
time?
oh,
Enrith
I
is back as well.
oh,
No, he doesn't get
down
it.
lives.
Hell.
Oh my god.
So they do
Unreal.
get the shittiest crits possible, but they 3 through behind and they didn't get back in time. It was so close.
Absolutely unbelievable, man.
The
After
Hertz
yeah.
shit talk might have come out a bit early. 1-0 down with 7 minutes and a half to go, and when it's that
Oh,
slow,
Hurt's actually crushing
Rock
Redcoat
is
that mid,
getting-
and he's
Oh,
going for the
mini!
huge bomb.
Minied again
Oh.
on the second. My Faith is actually on the med here. Nice DM there from
Yeah.
Faith, hitting his shots. So Locke does die first, but that's actually advantageous in this situation because he's gonna spawn like 8 seconds before Arnold, so he could do a sneaky crits here if he believes in his demo. He's not actually healing though, which is a bit. Oh, he does it. He believes in his demo. Oh my god, they're actually fucking retarded. He's not healing. He goes the wrong way and he loses probably 10% of that ad.
Yeah, there's like
So that they're gonna have to do this instantly because of how badly they fucked up there. Like, that's not even an understatement. He wasn't healing for like a good 6 seconds or something. I mean, it's not too bad because Arnold was dead for ages, so it's still 20-30 ad. So it's enough, but compared to it would have been 50. The thing is, they have literally no idea. Like,
yeah, I
they're
was gonna
all
say
in a
they don't
normal
know.
hold.
They don't know that they have ad at all.
No one spotted this. They're all really forward. The thing is, it's hard to. They're just gonna have to yell it around. And
They
hope
were
it
kind of,
hits.
yeah, they're going forward. Paulson comes in really fast, but down
Redcoat
with the
does
counter
die
bomb.
instantly.
Heaps of damage. Actually, yeah, crits.
Oh, they do get lots of kills. Actually, the crits doesn't work at all. They do kill Redcoat with it, but the thing is, this choke is so hard to do anything with, like to get through. Down is actually going to brain hurts as well, and just survives with the pre-fire. So this is really awkward. They're on crit still. Actually, he just swaps out, gives it up. So back on Ubers, but this is like an 80% ad, and they have no chance of holding second. I think as long as they don't fuck up the Uber disad, they probably can just like ride this holding last
Paulson's
to the
on
end of the
mid.
game.
He might jump Redcoat here. Like, he's kind of behind them. I don't know if anyone's caught him out. Down might be onto him, actually.
The thing is, someone's almost always looking behind in this situation anyway.
I would
And
hope
it's
so.
they're so far away as well from where you can bomb, you know? Like, you basically have to C-tap up to the tower to have any
He's
chance.
gonna think he's like 5 brain right now, dude.
I think now he needs to jump, and then jump straight away again. Or maybe he's... Actually, they don't actually get the advantage. The thing is, Paulson really doesn't want to die now, even if he... Oh, actually, they trade. This could be really fat from Paulson. He's actually in behind on Redco. They didn't see him at all. He is behind on Arnold, though. They do know, though, and he's surprisingly not going for spawn, and Cookie might catch him. No, he gets out.
Yeah, he gets the resub,
So
and he's
instead
gonna
of-
come back out. He's going up, drop down. He might end up
Actually, he's gonna
meeting
get him.
Arnold. Yeah, he's shooting Arnold. Arnold
Oh,
gets
Arnold
taken
gets too far
down.
forward.
Yeah.
They do get 3 kills off that. Yui and Cookie are
Oh,
going
cleans
absolutely
up
ham
Lock
here.
and Silver.
You're
The
in
sentry
gun
gun's still on
though.
last. Yeah. They're
The
spamming
operator's
that gun
playing
now.
safe. Yui is on 10 health though, and I don't. Yeah, the gun is too strong. Yui had to just bitch in a corner. Yul goes for it anyway, but doesn't kill anyone. So Arnold does get picked off, but yeah, they maybe a bit of kind of feel like 5 minutes to go. We have to go forward. Leads to Lock dying to the scouts as well, despite having that Uber at last.
Our control point is being captured.
Yeah, Yui's trying to fight this Spire now. Faith and Silver are trying to fight it. They both get taken. Nice stickies by Redcoat, actually, taking up both of those scouts. This should be lobby. This should be lobby for Coffee Clock.
Yeah, they've lost. Paulson might sneaky cap this, but even if he does, it doesn't even matter.
Where is
mean,
he
they-
hiding at the moment? Or he's just kind of dead.
Yeah. So 4 minutes left though, like Coffee Clock can probably just chill out. Like I literally wouldn't do anything here. I would literally
Yeah,
just wait.
maybe sack
Just
the
sit-
sniper or something.
No, that's bitch. Just literally, actually that's less bitch. You want to be huge bitch in this situation. It's Badlands, you have Uber, just hold that fucking spot. I would actually go NG if you had the time. Like if they trade and they kind of win, but not enough to go win the round, I would literally just go build a gun. Like if someone dies for any reason here and they have ad, Enrith gets killed by Yule there. That's really bad.
Yeah. But
Silver?
it does look like Silver wants to fight. He gets taken down by
He probably
Cookie.
felt like he had to. Oh, unlucky.
Nice
there
rocket by
Hertz.
Hertz, eh?
The thing is, he can't die here. He actually will sneak through. No,
Oh,
he
he
won't.
dies. And Faith is on the
Actually-
point now as well. He
Well,
might
that's
get the
actually
cap.
really
He's going to get the
smart.
cap. Rain.
He's gonna die
Brain.
though, and he
Yeah.
wastes enough time for Enrith and Silver to spawn, so they probably can trade here. The thing is, this doesn't matter at all. The Coffee Clock. Coffee Clock don't even care. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah,
Yui's
they don't.
actually
They
a
don't
lobby,
want lobby. They don't.
which
they
is a
don't
bit of
want
a
it.
weird choice. I don't agree with that at all by Yui.
Yeah, he pays
Very
for it with his life.
Very unnecessary.
It's alright. The rest of the Coffee Clock team don't look like they want to do anything. Silver, Enrith, and Lock are trying to push out right now, but Yule actually one rocket and then backs away. Arnold drops to Paulson. Unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, that's probably the only way they can lose. was
Yeah,
that.
Lock
If they-
uses there.
Actually,
But actually, they're being
back, they're
backcapped
gonna
by
kill him.
Yule.
No, they have 2
Oh.
people. They're just on the one. So that's probably the only way they could lose. They should be able to take mid for free. No, Silver dies to Yui, so that's gonna slow them down. They do have 30 ad. I feel this time you wait till you get Uber and then you go ham. Actually, they're just gonna go for it. Without Silvo, they actually are gonna get it for free.
Yeah, and they've got a minute 50 to at least get one round here. They've got 40% Uber ad. They should be able to push into second. For free, yeah. Like Coffee Clock are
big
going to last.
Coffee Clock are baitering it hard. This is good alpha.
Yeah, they're not even looking to force. There's no aggressive play at all.
Built awfully. Like it probably could have only been a 30. I mean, it probably will be by the time they get to last.
Yeah.
But this is still enough to win. Like you can easily win this if you don't get double trapped. They're actually really far forward. Hurst just died. They Uber really early. They're not going to get anything either. This is awful.
Yeah,
Probably
the
the
gun's
worst
still
possible
up.
Uber. Actually, Yule does die.
That's
So
okay,
while
I
it's
think, in
bad,
that
it's
context. Yeah.
They're going to just sit last with Brad though, yeah. I don't really like that Uber into lobby anymore. Just because it's so easy to just run away. Like,
I've
even
seen
if you
this go
kill one.
bad a lot of times where you hold last with Uberad. Hertz is on Spy.
I don't think you have a choice though. This point is far too bad to push
Yeah,
out
you
of.
can't
Like,
push out, but it's going to go equal, and this is the Spy going to come into play? Is the question I have.
The Spy is the perfect choice. That's why Yui's on Pyro as well for the doorway, and hopefully he looks behind for a Spy.
God, he's
Hurst
he's
is
behind the
actually
point
gonna
now.
get it. He's
Yeah,
actually
Hertz is
gonna get
braining. He's gonna go to the point. They might try. He's
actually
onto
got it,
Arnold. He
got it,
backstabs
he's got it,
Arnold.
Oh, he's so
Oh.
close. The gun's still up. Yule's actually on the floor, really
Oh
low.
my
Hurst will die though.
God.
There's 20 seconds left though. They have to get in somehow. The gun's still up. They're waiting for the Uber.
Waiting for Uber. Yeah, they're gonna go
probably
in
have
now.
enough time. 15 seconds left. They don't know where the gun is though. This is really well done by Yui. He's not going to even die. They need to go to the point now before they all spawn. I think it's too late. Yeah, they fucked it.
Yeah,
It's
the
too
sentry's
impossible.
still out watching the point.
Actually, is it?
Faith is on the
It
point. Yeah, they're blocking the point. They're not going to get it. And Coffee Clock is going to take a huge 1-0
So, I mean,
on
huge
Badlands.
play from Hertz, but yeah, too late. They just didn't do enough with the gun. I mean, with the Uber. I think they should have just gone.
They should have
top-
just gone in and you get
They
the
should have
Uber during
Ubered
the
top
fight.
right.
Yeah.
I think it would have been alright if they just Ubered top right, got the gun instantly, and then run point sticky it. Like, if
Yep.
that was the play, instead they just chase kills, didn't really get them, and then didn't get the gun. I mean, it was really well played by Yui as well. He probably wasted about half that Uber and survived.
Oh.
We'll leave it to the analysts to talk about a once again very, very close game on Badlands. That brings us to a big game 5.
I swear to God, when Arnold died to that backstab, they should have lost the round. Like, I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand how that happens. There was just like 3 seconds where I think they could have pushed, and Madmen would have won that round off it. But look, that's neither here nor there. That was an intense game. Both teams once again, it seems to be like teams can't push last, or teams have gotten really, really good at holding last. Either or. Wow, what do you think, Michael? My breath has been taken away, to be honest.
Well, don't mind me. It's a bit of a technical thunder there, but I think there's a surprise third option that we didn't quite cover, and that is the fact that this is Badlands. And this map is a bitch to push into and a bitch to push out of on last.
Yeah, for sure.
And combined with the difficulty that both teams have had taking last, it just... I'm not shocked that this was a 1-0 with the first round coming 22 minutes into the game. Even when teams are playing well, Badlands is a slow map because of that last point, because of how now easy it is to stop any back cap cheese that used to make the map flow a bit more before.
If you break a forward hold, the 2-second cap means they've got time to get back and stop you. The fact that you can hold behind point and actually stop point now makes it a lot harder. I've noticed Badlands ended up becoming this weird DM fight down around the point now, and being able to like dodge in and out of the last is really, really helpful in holding.
Yeah, it used to be a lot about like controlling that height around the point, but now that teams can get so far away from the height behind the point, it just means that taking height after you Uber into last doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win every time, because they can cover the point as effectively from behind it as they could on the height in front of it.
Yeah, there's no risk to hold behind now.
Yeah, but
Sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, I think Paulson had a massive amount of impact that game.
Yeah, he's the spirit of that.
Oh my, just the amount of times he got onto Arnold in just these situations where you're looking at it from a third person's perspective and you're just baffled as to how he's getting on top of Arnold again after again, and seemingly the same mistake being made by Coffee Clock is that no one cares where Paulson is. They're not looking for the soldier bomb. It happened, once. once, maybe twice it happens, in different situations, and it's like, okay, we need to keep an eye out for that. But he got 5 kills onto Arnold, and I can't think of one where it wasn't just him ratting behind.
I can't think of a single justified kill on Arnold
Yeah.
in that situation, yeah. I do want to note that Yule's completely going ham in a 1-0 game that's mainly about jumping and, soldier aggression and spam. Yule hitting the 9.7k above everyone else. And then Hertz on 8k, so that was a pocket soldier game right there.
Yeah, and both of them going negative in the meantime. So not getting a lot in the terms of the kills.
That makes
certainly,
sense now, yeah.
Yeah, sacking
That's
their
just the
life a
bow
lot more,
effect.
but yeah, definitely. But it's just they're getting out so much damage in these fights. But Yule, especially, 1.7k above Hertz, who was second. An extra, 60 DPM. That's a lot on Badlands for a game that was that slow.
Yeah, for sure. I do think as well, with the way that Arnold dropped as much, I think that Coffee Clock aren't defending him that well. I don't know what's exactly causing it, but, Yui dropped him on Viaduct in that way. He popped when he probably shouldn't have to on that choke fight, just because Yui was in the same situation and, triggered that same memory.
Yeah.
And Locke just, no, I'm not dropping you. I generally think that was a game of, just teams only really got stuff done when meds died.
Yeah. Which
But
is
I
almost
do
the way it
think-
has to happen on Badlands.
I don't think so. I think Coffee Clock just need to play around each other, and namely play around Arnold. I wonder whether there's a bit of tilt in comms. The amount of backstabs, you can't be happy with that, especially in a grand final.
No,
but
yeah.
getting mad's gonna make you play worse, so you just can't get mad. You just gotta focus on what you gotta do.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like it's not affecting him that much. He's still playing decently. I mean, the
They still
odd
held
drops,
that.
it's not great. Yeah, I mean, look, they won the map, right? And we were saying before that if they win that map, they are favorites to go into process, which is the final map. It is 2-2 in this best of 5. It essentially comes down to just a best of 1.
It's been a nail biter. Whether the silver effect comes out on play in this map, I think will be one of the deciders. The other decider, I think, is that I think Yui and Cookie have to play closer to Arnold now. I think Process lends itself to defending a medic better compared to Pro lands. And there's a lot of ways you can get caught in different areas on Pro lands, Badlands. Compare if you're a scout on Spire and your med dies on Grey. That's a lot less you can do compared to if you're on Process Spire and your med's on Grass. Like, 2 completely different situations, but the same point on just a different map.
Yeah, I really want to see. I want to see all 4 scouts. I want to see if they're going to play tight on their med, if they're just going to be charioting across the map, because especially midpoint, there's a lot of ground to cover if the other team's holding passive. I want to see if they're going to do any sort of demo aggression along with that. Like I said, that chariot of scouts, just bring the Uber into the fight, seeing if they can maybe catch someone off guard.
Silver just has to go sicko mode.
Yeah,
And Faithless
Simple.
just has to play smart.
Yep. And if they do that, I think they can win this. It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. We were saying it before that, Coffee Clock, they're the favorites to win this map. This map plays very similarly to Sunshine, but it's such a known map like Snakewater that these guys would have played again and again and again, and it hasn't changed a whole lot like Badlands has.
The meta, both the map design and the meta haven't changed for Process a lot.
So
We might see a game very similar to Snakewater at the start. I apologize for anyone who's watching and wants, another Viaduct, but I think teams will slow down on this map and just try to exploit mistakes instead of be playmakers.
Yeah, you might see. I think we might see fast mids. Like we have the past few maps. Outside of the mids, maps have been very slow, but the mids have been pretty fast-paced double soldier bombs from either team. And I think we may see some of that once or twice, but Process a map that is so scout dominant on the mid. If you try and take height, you're going to either get spammed out by the demo man, or scouts are just going to chip you 20 damage at a time until you're dead. So it might come, maybe if it is a really close game, 1-1, 2-2, maybe 5 minutes left, we might see some sort of aggression come out from either team, whichever one wants to push it.
Well, last map of the grand finals, I think as well, all players I'm sure will be wanting to show off a bit. And I think it's a bit prophetic that it's going to end on Process. This feels like one of the what's the term? Like the deciding map of how the current meta plays.
Yep.
And the strongest strategy is strongest on process, and it always comes out in the most effect. You
Yeah.
learn the most about other maps from process, I think.
Yeah, definitely. As we're getting underway, we'll pass it back to Elmo and Sean for one last map.
2-2, man. We've gone the distance. We've made it.
I'm getting there.
Are you there, Sean, or you're still eating some Uber
I'm
Eats,
there.
mate?
I'm trying to
Nice.
not speak with my mouth full.
Okay, but as we go live, predictions. Who do you think will win?
I'm gonna say Madmen 2-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
You?
for a spicy Mad Men just 'cause it's a better meme. 3-2 for Mad Men. Let's go. We'll win some rounds this time, boys.
We're going for the more passive mid strategy this time. No soldiers have jumped yet. As we do, they Hertz and Paulson now jumping across the point. They get counter jumped by Yule. Paulson gets taken down by Redcoat Stickies. Hertz goes down to the scouts, and the Coffee Clock team are just trying to push across the point now. They clean up Faith, but Locke and
Yeah, well,
Silver are just so far out. Like they're on last grinding. Like that is
basically,
just
like I said, that happens every time. Well, down gets memed on a bit. Yeah, basically every time, like you lose the mid, but Locke is just, yeah, I'm always gonna live because we play passive enough that it doesn't matter. Pretty bad mid from their soldiers though, like they're both half bomb and get crushed because of it.
I felt, yeah, like they had better position early and didn't capitalize on it. Like they waited too long to make that jump when they had position and spam.
Yeah, I'm not really up some process though, because you get hit in the air so easily on it compared to some other maps. Like there's nowhere really to hide in the air, and it's kind of hard to strafe back to your side. Because like if they take the crate after you strafe back, kind of like what Yule did, took that top bit, just crushed them.
Yeah.
Try to pogo in here down is Yule just walks in, has to hit the midi, not going to. Gets cleaned up, but probably a bit hard to do much. I think Paulson's actually in behind here. He has that got on Arnold, gets one rocket off, but Arnold doesn't drop the idiot.
Pretty aggressive sentry placement by Faith as well.
Some spicy comments in chat, and we won't repeat what the mid-game ones were, but yeah, well, already some shit talk come out. Hertz gets a
That's
bit owned there.
nice
Gets
midi from
team
Yule.
midi, I think it was, so yeah, nice. You're starting every game with some fat midis. You'll
Going
gets,
pretty
Yule
slow
gets
at
the
the
moral
moment.
victory here, even if his team loses.
Yeah, like he feels like he can dick on anyone at this point.
There should just be a grand final mini award for biggest alpha, and that'll just Yule because of how many midis he's hit. Hertz is actually on spy. Not sure if he's just checking. I think he is. They're just going to Uber in here. Kind of.
They can't
shit.
even take down the sentry. They've
Yeah,
only
the
just
gun's
taken down the
middle-
sentry, and the
middle
Uber's
of the
over.
point. I know Ratman did that gun a lot, and yeah, that's a bit awkward. They're just going to go straight back in. Arnold should be caught here. He's so far forward. Yeah, sicko mode. Actually, they don't kill him. They don't kill
Oh.
anyone, really.
Yeah,
He might
Arnold.
get crated. No, he double jumps just in time. They will take the point, but don't kill anyone except down. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's only 15% add to Coffee Clock, but a bit disappointing considering how far Redcoat and Arnold were in. I feel like they probably thought they could get Arnold, so they gave up on the others, but then they couldn't, so then it was too late to swap back.
Yeah, we're sort of just gonna have a reset here. This time on second, no
So
off classes.
They do have a little bit of add if they want to
Yeah,
go
I don't think they'll know really. Actually, they're trying to push into second now. Yule, Redcoat, and Cookie pushing really far
Hertz
forward. They
does
take
die
down
straight away,
Hertz.
so
Yeah.
they're going to get in for
Madmen
free.
are gonna back out to last, I think.
Paulson is actually dead
Ooh.
too. So there should just be a go-in trade straight away. Even though that was a pretty weird trade to get to the gun. They don't normally do that. So yeah, they have big player ad. They're just going to play the point here, I would imagine. For Silver to come forward. Down's actually in really good position. It's just sitting above the heavy demo. He's brained it as well. He goes to the other door. Oh, unlucky timing on the Uber. Actually,
They're
Cookie's
playing
gonna
the
cap.
point really early.
The thing is, they haven't really killed anyone.
Redcoat's really far forward on that.
Redcoat,
Yeah. He was
I don't
trying to
think he-
clean up, baiting the point, but they just.
Yeah, I feel like
his team
scouts
died
needed
too
to be
early.
Doing there. The Cookie and Yui weren't there with him.
But they are
They shouldn't
back out
die
in
here. He
choke
doesn't
already.
want to go
Yeah.
this aggro yet.
Yeah,
He
Yui
does
wins the
die,
1v1
which
with
is
Faith.
silly of him.
Yeah, and Yule and Down are trying to come back in, but they're not super healthy. Paulson with the bomb onto Arnold kills himself on Arnold.
This is just going to be another push in there. That they Faith went ahead silly, just 1v1ing there. And then it's going to break in left. It's by himself here. Crushes Cookie a bit, but he's not going to die. Redcoat once again crushed as
Yeah,
well,
Redcoat shads hurts on that one.
actually
Yule starts
have a
trying to play the
chance
point
here,
really
except they
early.
get the
They take
U-bar.
down both scouts and they kept the point.
I feel like they had a chance there, except Arnold just gets the U-bar, and yeah. A bit sloppy in that over-aggressive, especially from Faith and Paulson, a bit just YOLOing. I mean, it
Yes.
wasn't really on. Yeah, that is a spicy early cap. Basically
Yeah,
just from
probably
that
the
next-
earliest cap of all of them. And so we've got sort of both teams mirroring each other. The Romans sort of just playing on height and opposite sides of the map. No one taking position yet. Faith is kind of flirting with the top of mid, thinking about it. Again, we're just trading spam here. Redcoat thinking about pushing across the point. Arnold just
Paulson's
dishing
already
out
out as well.
arrows. Yeah. Coming back in, and yeah, Hertz tries to, actually gets midi as he tries to jump. Yule follows up and absolutely owns him. He's really low. Yui gets taken down by Paulson, he gets taken down by Cookie. And still...
Down's actually behind as well on IT, and they do know, but Enrith is just going to die to spam. Cookie
Oh, some
and Yule are
nice
so
rockets
low
from
though.
Hertz, dude.
Down's going to get trade as well, so this is 3v3. Faith needs to scurry away here though.
You might go for the
Yui's-
med here.
where
Actually, they're
is
coming
Yui?
back in. And they have used, yeah, like... Faith actually managed to force
Oh, he's
Arnold
a
there,
spawner.
and they haven't used yet. And this is really bad. They're really far forward. Nice
that
by
was awful.
Redcoat.
But
Yeah.
that was not the play. Even if they might, I don't think they would have killed Arnold anyway, even if he doesn't get juggled. That was really unnecessary. They should have played it safe. Now they're not going to take mid either. So yeah, bit overexcitement there from Silvo when I think Cookie's made that mistake a couple of times on the other maps. This time it's Silvo. But
Yeah, so
like
now
you
we're going to
said-
see slight ad now on Coffee Clock.
Yeah, like you were saying, the mid that time was really passive, just lots of spam. Lots and lots of spam, so gave up on that kind of aggro solely jumps from Madmen. They'll just try and let the other team make the mistake. And I mean, it basically worked, but then yeah, at the end they bit aggressive. This is actually ad again, like not a lot, but enough.
And they
This is
have
what-
used. Redcoat's jumped, but he's getting... Oh, he takes down Lock. Nice jump from Redcoat. Pays with his life, but they've got the med. Enrith dies as
Enrith
well.
dies
Hertz
as
is
well.
coming in to follow it up. Paulson as well, and they're getting mulched here. They take down Arnold and Yule. This is a bit of a shit fight now. We've got a 3v3. No one's healthy. But
the
Madmen look
Coffee
like they're
Clock
cleaning
Scouts
up.
just Didn't hit enough basically, and they got ran over. They're gonna go for the Faith on 1 health chases Cookie, and Cookie's close to killing both, but Hertz comes back. Redcoat's actually at mid by himself. Nah, Hertz will surely run away here. Might
He
get
doesn't want
spammed.
to though. Yeah, very low. Gets arrowed, and I think Redcoat should probably look at backing. Arnold has arrived now with Yule. Oh, some nice rockets. Oh, Yule absolutely pounds Hertz there in the mid.
I don't think they should be continuing to go this. If anything, Coffee Clock might just go. Yule
Yeah.
goes for Enrith, doesn't work out for him. But I mean, there's no really any downside to that. Apart from that, they've been building pretty poorly on Coffee Clock. It wasn't really that big an ad. It was only 12% when they first get. But this whole time, Lock and Silver were going whacking his stick together, and
Yeah, seems to be a bit of a theme with these
I don't
like
think they
ads and
realise,
disads.
then,
Yeah.
are they? No, they
They've
didn't
never
realise how
been
much better it
punished
was.
for it, but they keep letting it happen. I guess if you're not getting punished, it doesn't really matter.
I just don't think they realized how badly Coffee Clock were doing their own, honestly. Which is fair enough. Like, it was only a 10% ad, which you can't really use on this point. Probably just going to be a Tempest bomb through choke here, I'd imagine. Or like, well, you will fake jump around the sewer and then down or real jump.
Yeah, we do see that. Yule's getting his full buff. He's sitting there on 300 thinking about something. Yeah, he is. He's going... Down's actually come in by himself. There's no second bomb. Gets taken
Yeah,
down.
you'll just does not. I'm not really a fan of just that. They didn't spam or anything. Like, they went.
Yeah, they
didn't
actually
really
went
help him.
very far back during that bomb.
They are one whole.
And then conversely, we see Hertz spamming from sewer with Paulson getting the bomb through choke. Doesn't get anything with it, but I just feel like probably a better
Yeah.
way to play it with the support soldier.
Yeah, at least do some kind of distraction. That was literally just down, jump straight through choke, and nothing happened. It's doing good damage on sewer. The other Sully's going to bomb in here. I don't think he'll get much, but he does survive, which is pretty good, and can just do it again. trying to take Suhi down's actually really far in. He's not going to get much on lock though. Who's good position. I think Paulson's just going to, yeah.
Yeah, Paulson goes for the Tempest jump, gets owned
Well,
by
just
those scouts. Yeah.
Basically run straight into Yui and yeah, BT. They're actually pogoing straight into IT here. I think he's gone back, but yeah. Oh no, he was just sitting in there. He's going to walk
Judging
in
by
and
the,
take this. Pretty
this-
unlucky.
The scoreboard, this is not a game for roamers at the moment.
I mean, you can't really, in these type of games, the stats don't really matter. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just going to be scouts will have like 40 kills because they can just shoot jumping bots, and those jumping bots will have like a million deaths.
30
just 'cause you're not going to
deaths,
kill
yeah.
anyone. Unless the med drops, you don't even get a frag off it. At best, you get force, which is like 100 damage, 150 damage on your logs. So it's like whoopee. It's actually going spy. He's done with this shit. They are solely aggressive into IT here. It might not be the best timing for that play, but Faithless actually gets hit in the face by some rockets, so they're just gonna back out. Hertz actually just checking, actually onto Sniper. So he went this once on Snake and then kind of gave up. Down, dies instantly there, so they might do something. They're not gonna realize the
Ooh.
Sniper, and Yui kind of just stands still, gets domed.
Yes, that's 2 down on the side of Coffee Clock. This should trigger the push, but Coffee Clock
Yeah.
want to trade here. Enrith actually gets taken down in the Uber.
Yeah, that's really bad. Hertz is low as well.
Yeah, and Paulson's actually
dead
behind
too,
the
so
mid. Yeah,
this is
he-
going to be whole bar, so yeah, mistake there on the Uber. You can't let your demo die, especially when it's Enrith.
Oh,
Oh,
huge shot from
Recto
Hertz.
not strafing, doesn't believe in the hits. And this will be a full retreat. Hertz will die. Actually hits a headshot on down somehow, so he'll... That's the thing. Hertz reliving the Div 4 Hackett dream and turning it on. Danny is back.
Oh no. Alright. Yui gets taken down by
Yeah,
Silver
that
on mid, and they're just gonna push. They're gonna keep pushing onto second, I think, with
Yeah,
this.
they have a tiny bit of ad here. Copper Clock have been using the SAD. On the other team has not been. Hertz is still actually a sniper here, so that they don't think it's enough. Actually, they do. And
Yeah,
Hertz
Paulson's
just-
in on the combo.
Hertz just can't. Oh no, it's just him. That's a bit awkward. Yeah, they don't realize it's bad.
Yeah, I guess we're back to kind of the position we were in a few minutes ago, but so we've still got Hertz sniping,
And
takes
Cookie
down
just
Cookie.
Gets bullied on the fence. I don't think he was expecting the sniper again, or he just wasn't thinking. Hertz is just gonna.
Oh!
Actual what? Actual that, man. Are you-
Holy
Oh my god.
If you weren't tilted, you fucking are now. Jesus.
One of the craziest grand final headshots you'll ever see. Cookie's trying to get the gun up, and Paulson's prepared. This should be the easiest round of their life, whether they go quickly or slowly. Should just be walk onto the point, sticky that shit and win. They don't even need a sticky, they're literally just going to walk on without Ubering. They do Uber now, they haven't killed anyone.
The gun
They
is
have to
still
kill
up.
Yul. They haven't, they choked it, like beyond belief,
Oh,
really.
Yui's up on this
What
on
the
the brass
fuck was
piece as
that?
well. That
Like,
was.
they didn't do anything. They, like,
Oh.
Arnold kept Ubering even though there was no reason to. Like, he literally would have won if he just took out his Uber saw while
How
they were
mad are
in
you
spawn.
if you're Hertz right now? How mad are you?
As always, just gonna blame his team. Which is fair enough there, that was pretty dog shit. Like, I just don't know how they lose.
Yeah,
Like, all
I mean,
they
you
had to
shouldn't
do
lose
was
there.
push them into spawn. Like, he bolted everyone. Nice shot by Silver on the
Sicko
sniper
mode.
this time. He's still in
he's-
spawn here. He might actually kill Yui, no. Paulson is behind here. They don't know. He's going to force here, surely. He's done enormous damage, but he's not going to get anything. That's so unfortunate
He
for
still
him.
lives. He goes back behind. This is
Yeah,
the
but-
Paulson play we've been seeing all day, just kind of hanging behind, just waiting.
Yeah, bit unfortunate though. Like, there was...
Oh.
They should have easiest round of their life. That's grand final chokies right there. Under the pressure.
Yeah.
They will get Uber here actually though, so as long as Enrith and Paulson don't die, Paulson's actually going to kill Yule. No, he's actually a bit orkies. Paulson unnecessarily bombs in there. Bit of miscommunication there, Paulson just dying for no reason, and now they just have to run to last. Silvo's actually dead as well. So yeah, I don't really get what that play was. This is just an absolute capitulation.
Yeah, I feel like Madman could have backed out and let Paulson get the force on that, and then
Enrith is
had
going to
Uber
die
ad.
here as well, I think.
The heavy
Yeah,
is
Coffee
doing
Log
good
pushed
work.
in to last, but I think they need to get out and get the heavy.
Down dies to the
evaporates.
heavy. Cookie dies to it. Enrith is getting... Euler's walking at them slowly. Euler's thrown the last a bit. They just need to kill
no.
Arnold here. Arnold's just gonna cap.
Arnold.
Arnold's gonna make...
Oh,
can't get
60
the melee.
health.
Did you run out of ammo there? I hope someone trolls.
I'm not sure. I was more tilted by the fact that they got Locke and they had Arnold and they weren't winning decisively. They could have just got Arnold out and probably repushed with Ad.
I mean,
but
if Yule uses any gun there, like man-tread them, nah. Like if he shot them at all, they would easily win that. Actually, 2 solis will die here. This should just be an easy retake. They have 30% ad here as well. So they probably won't take it to mid, but at least they don't lose that round after how well it was going.
with both soldiers are respawners here, I mean they should be able to get mid for free.
I mean, with how much ad they have as well, as long as they don't get bombed, they literally will have ad per second. So I don't really agree with that much from Coffee Clock. I think you could afford that and just waited for your solis. Like they could just fast bomb. It's process, just Tempests. And they still have ad here, so they're either going to kill people or get second at least. Arnold fakes it. Hertz will die to Yule and Sewer.
But they've
Redcoat
actually
break
used...
trap. Yeah, Yule's without realizing Yule does die there, but this is a full retreat. They're not going to kill anyone else.
The collapsing choke is on.
Yui does die for Silvo at least, but yeah, both solis dying. Hertz getting outbrained there a bit by Yule. Might be time to believe in the toggle again. Enrith is by himself in IT as well. He's not hitting
Should
either.
die. He actually... Ooh, he does die at a
So
cookie.
that's going to be... This is going to be full Uber for last. Actually, Arnold drops.
What?
Paulson smacks
What? Was that
in
behind?
the face. Yep, just on mid.
Oh, jeez.
Team called it, yeah. Didn't believe in the Paulson.
This is unbelievable.
So that's at least... Is that his first or second drop?
Was that a drop or just... Yeah, no, it
No,
was a
he
drop.
definitely had. He had Uber bait.
Oh, man. It feels bad, hey?
Seems to be. But I mean, they have full ad here. So like we said earlier, on some of the maps, Coffee Clock normally do pretty well in these situations. Like they force and don't normally... Their med doesn't die because of how passive he is. So they'll probably be hoping to just take this for free. I think they'll get forced here though. Lock and Enrith have taken the D. Yeah, they will. And they're not going to get too much from this. Actually, Redcoat's going to get stuck. And they're not going to have Uber for mid here. So there should be a free mid for Madmen, actually. So yeah, bit sloppy there. They get the force. And Redcoat gets caught
Coffee
out.
Clock are way out now.
Yeah, they do have ad here. Huge, but... Madmen, considering how often Coffee Clock just baits that Uber out and nothing happens with it, they'll be happy with taking mid. Because they'll be hopefully of getting a... They'll surely get a force if they go IT, which is looking likely. Arnold is really far back though. The thing is, they're actually going to get out for free here. Enrith is going to die in IT again, was it? Yeah, it was IT again. So that's really bad, and they get in for free just taking their time, being the clinical Coffee Clock that we expect.
Madmen are going to get this Uber though. They're on, they have 100%. This could be bad for...
The thing is, Redcoat is just going to walk out, and no Enrith yet. They need Enrith if they can hold.
Paulson's going to collapse on them choke.
Paulson actually doesn't see where they're going. Arnold gets caught out. Awful position
Oh.
for him. Cookie gets slammed in the door as well. So Arnold just not stuck in two minds. He just sits on the low ground and dies.
I think he was focusing on Paulson and not realizing that Hertz had jumped him as well. So it was like focusing on the rockets.
He was always going to die there. Like he had to just go for Sewer and hope he made it, or go for Choke and hope he made it. He can't be dodging back and forward. Yui gonna try and kill Hertz here. Hertz will just survive. Down, nice bomb. Oh, gets the juggle and the mini.
Nice.
Yui will die for it as well, but he trades. But this would probably be kind of just a retard at Arnold if they can. Paulson's already poking in. Oh, Yule deletes him.
Paulson's trying to do something.
No, there's not much.
Yule's chasing him out.
Should be like 50 ad again. But I mean, Coffee Clock aren't going to be too sad about this. They're still winning. They still have that ad here. So that while Arnold has been a bit sloppy at times, they have been making up for it basically with some nice plays of their own. And yeah, obviously some sloppiness from Madman. He should have had the easiest fucking last push ever. It was like a 5v3 Uber out and they fuck it up. Paulson's gonna fight here with Yui, I'm not sure. Yeah, he doesn't want any of that. Not bad attempt on the midi on Paulson either.
It looks like Coffee Clock are kind of going to get this for free, and they can keep pushing.
Hertz is fighting a bit. I think he might kill down. No, Yui's going to come save the day. He will get the pack though. The thing is, they should just ignore him and go kill Lock, but they don't have time. Paulson's going to die as well in lobby though. So
Hertz goes down as well. They should go into last with this.
A bit unfortunate that Yule dies, but this is still not too bad. They still have the player out.
Yeah, Enrith is really low there. Just manages to get out, gets arrowed by Locke. The Centurion gets taken down. Locke gets
forced. This is
forced.
a much better Uber though, I think. They should be able to bully them out here. And their solis are about to come up. So as long as they jump them here, they should be right. And yeah, Hertz gets to Yui's face, instantly crushes him. Cookie will die to Hertz as well. They just need to watch the point. Oh, he gets off it. Probably wasn't going to get it. So yeah,
that's so... Yeah, it's...
Enrith wasted so much time.
Enrith actually plays so many good stickies to lock the combo out.
And then Hertz just spawned and shat on them, basically, the scout. And yeah, Paulson got in there and killed Demo as well. So yeah, well done to the solis. And yeah, and Enrith not dying there was basically it. Like you said, he trapped them out so hard. He could have died for it, but yeah, managed to survive, and that wins them that fight. Now, once again, very back and forward game since that round win. Like, both teams should have won this round easily many times. Hasn't happened. But Coffee Clock still with that 1-0 lead. It's Madmen who are under pressure. But I mean, you would think this grand final would go to Golden Cap. It'd be a bit of a limp dick ending if it was just 1-0 to Coffee Clock here, I feel like.
As we have that, like, Madmen are looking like they want to take this really aggressively, but I think Coffee Clock might get this Uber. Yule gets taken down. Down's probably going to die as well.
They do
but
have
the Uber has
here
been
as well.
forced.
They're gonna block here. They're not going to let them have this.
Or are they?
Actually, they are. I
yeah,
think
they've...
with Down behind and Yule dead, they're probably just like, well, we have the time. We don't want to fuck this up. Down's dead as well. So yeah, it's going to be take your time, wait for it, just play safe, boy.
With 8 minutes, I wonder whether they'll use this Uber or just kind of let it equal.
I'm sure
it's a lot of
use
time.
it. They're not going to wait. There's no way you wait at 8 minutes. Like Madman did that, it was retarded then. Bosoi's actually dead here. That's really bad.
Okay, that should trigger a push. Faith is trying to run out door one as well.
Yeah, they're going to go for the back cap, but Yui will surely stay on NG
yeah.
here.
Yeah. No one is positioned for the back cap.
And
now.
yeah, unlike Sunshine, his gun actually does shoot the point. I mean, they'll probably get Uber for mid here. They are building. This could, yeah, they'll get before Mad Coffee Clock go aggro.
We've hit even Ubers here as well.
I feel like you just hurt Snipe again here, right? Like, that's what should have won them the round.
Yeah?
Just hurt Sacco, Sniper. You have
or
time.
even Silvo.
It's 7 minutes. You only need to win one round.
They've done the fake bomb in, the double bomb onto Arnold.
Arnold's going to drop here. No, he survives. I think that was pretty ballsy as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got lucky. Like, one of the soldiers missed.
I don't
That's
really
like
get how
literally
that
it.
Hit.
Yeah, like, splash.
Bit forward here. They've actually bullied them really hard here. Their solis are actually going to spawn probably. Silver gets juggled. He does get the, it's a really good trade though. Like he forces everyone as long as Faith actually dies here. Cookie might get caught out.
Oh
yeah,
man, this is trash from Coffee Clock, dude.
Down is dead as well. Lock survives. Yeah, like you
said. So, whoever these combo players on Coffee Clock are, like, if you're gonna trade, you need to play around your medic because they were just all over the place, and Arnold was sort of like torn between Cookie and then Redcoat wanted to jump in and Yule was already
it was actually a perfect single from Silvo who's actually beasting this round. They can't lose this one now. They're all on the point. They are spawning, but they're stuffed. They're actually going to make it there in time.
The point is so close to being capped.
They have it.
Anyone needs to step on it.
Yes.
Silvo steps on it and caps the point.
So yeah, like you said, Cookie, they multied everyone. Cookie tried to make something of it, but then got caught a bit far forward. Down gets trapped in IT and gets in on 10 health, so he just dies and tries to get a lock, but yeah, he's too low. I think if he was full, lock dies there and that doesn't happen. But yeah, with 6 minutes to go basically, 1-1, this mid is huge.
Yule, the first player to kind of go aggressive, gets owned for it very quickly.
Yeah, I feel like Madmen are just going to passive this, but they do want to fuck it up here.
But as you say that, yeah, Paulson's gone. He gets Arnold!
And Down dies as well in that. They have, if they play safe here, they win. Redcoat's on lock, he's not going to hit. He's not going to hit.
Oh yeah, he does.
He kills himself.
he actually stickied or rollied himself. So with the bow scouts up here, they're just going to waste time. Hertz is actually going to die here. They're going to kill
They
him.
are onto lock. Both scouts are on lock. He does die. Now it's just Enrith left. Enrith takes down Yui and
Enrith
Cookie.
is actually,
Yeah.
so, I mean, that was amazing play still from the scouts. Like, they knew what they had to do. You can't just lip dick and cap that. Enrith, amazing play as well to, like, get the kills. They're not going to cap this, though. They don't have the players, and they don't have the heals. Enrith needs to back out here. Paulson's just going to go for Arnold. They know, though, and yeah, he aborts.
But I think, as you say that, like, Madmen want this point. They don't want to give it up. Faith is on it. Hertz is on the pack, and there's sort of like a weird fight between him and Yule.
dies again!
Oh,
they
you're
don't protect
kidding.
him at all. In choke, they knew it was
Where are
gonna
these two
happen.
scouts? Where was
They were
Cookie?
dead. They were dead,
Yeah,
but
okay.
they should have known that was going to happen. Like, they didn't need to rush that either. Just let Madmen take that, and you have 60% ad. So this is with 4.5 minutes left. Madmen have full ad here. Yui's in IT behind. I don't think they know. They still have trap up. They haven't. Okay, they spot it now. Taking their time. They don't want to fuck it up with full ad. Yule hits a nice rocket on the Hertz, but yeah, just retreat.
This
So
ad
there's-
is slowly shrinking. We're down to 50% ad,
Yui's
but
literally already entry at last, so
they
just
have
gonna use
used.
straight
Yeah,
in.
Madmen have used, and they're coming into door one. Redcoat might die. No, he does manage to lock out door one. And I think Madmen are going to try and push this into last. Silvo's in last. Doesn't
I
really get
think-
anything.
I think
Paulson
they
and
realised
Enrith
they don't
coming
have
in now.
Uber yet, and they did get in, but yeah, they get bit. I think that's a bit over aggressive.
Oh, and yeah, they keep losing players. Faith dies, and it looks like it's just Hertz. He
Locke
dies
is
as
actually
well.
dead as
It's
well.
just Locke. Locke should die. He gets it. Oh, saw onto Silver. Cookie, sorry, and he
Rocket
takes him
might give
down.
it a sticky spawn, but this is like full ad. They're gonna be able to take this all the way to last probably, because Locke is literally dead forever, and they already have Uber. So unless Arnold drops or gets forced, yeah, Paulson will get nothing there. Yule actually dies being over aggressive. Yui gets body shot. Redcoat does have the spawn, but he doesn't really have any protection yet.
Yeah, the sniper's
does
still
just trap as
inside.
well.
Yeah.
Silver should be able to shoot again here probably, because Redcoat can't watch that.
They need more players in here because Silver's just getting free reign on choke, and they're just going to back out.
So that
They're
was
giving
a
it
really
up,
good
yeah.
hold. Like, they will be able to push in once they get spawners, but that clutch sniper play is... Who else died? And you're going over aggressive on that spawn, I think, trying to kill the sniper. They're going to get forced here as well. Locke is miles out of this one as well. They have no chance of getting him. So they still have the sniper. They're actually going to fight this. Hertz does die. If Silver can hit something though, Yule's going to get raped in the midair and crater.
The sniper goes down, but
They
yeah,
might
I
actually
mean,
just push this though.
yeah,
Because that sniper and Hertz dead, and they've already capped.
Down's
and-
really far in at the moment. He's looking for a jump. He misses his wall jump, I think. I don't know. Maybe it was
Paulson's
intentional.
really aggressive there too, I think. They might
Does
Locke's
get down,
dead.
does get nice. Oh, he misses the
misses.
rocket. Bad luck.
Oh,
That
he
was a
does
nice
rocket
jump. That was a
Maka
nice
and
jump.
doesn't connect on the easiest rocket of his life. Probably a bit harsh on down. But yeah, this is even Uber's basically, because they weren't healing that well. They're still a bit of a meme trap. They're actually going to go for it. This might be a disaster because Arnold's about to get... I don't think they realize either. They forced really early. You will get dropped for it though.
Oh
Arnold
man,
hasn't
they got to
used it.
use. You just got to use here. You can't.
Yeah, he does. Enrith and Locke probably should
Silver
get
should
out.
die. Silver's living. Okay, he does die.
I mean, Hertz is going to kill Yui, no. Actually, he's getting chased by Cookie. Oh, lots of just complete shit fighting. No one wants to overextend. Faith does, though, and Yui's going for it.
Yeah,
this has to
Hertz
just
gets
be-
taken down, waiting for an
this
arrow.
is the chance to win the grand final. It's even Ubers, but so many people are dead. If they just go, they probably can't lose the round, but they
Faith
can definitely win.
and Hertz, or Faith
Down
spawns in
didn't
2
really far
seconds. They
behind,
got to
know,
go.
though.
Yeah, he's just gonna, I think, evaporate there. This might be
He's
the
still
distraction
alive,
they
though.
need.
Faith, he
Paulson
gets
gets taken
arrowed.
down by Yui. And yeah, Down's
Enrith's
on them
dead,
now. He's gonna
Enrith's
take down
dead.
Enrith. Enrith dies.
Enrith's
Now the
not
scouts are
dead,
fighting the
they're
heavy, and they're gonna cap the point.
Oh, 1 minute left. I
There
think
is
it's
a minute.
impossible. It's
Yeah.
impossible. Coffee Clock have won the grand final.
Wow.
They just didn't kill. They had to kill down. I don't think Paulson
Down
jumped those
and that
sollies.
arrow. Yeah.
He just got arrowed, and then yeah, they kill Enrith, and that's game over because the scouts just, disgusting. Get these scouts off me. And yeah, they're not gonna, IM it up. They're just gonna sit at second, do the smart thing, go NG. Impossible to lose.
And Hertz
Yeah.
once again with a wonderful second place. Congrats on the 14th second place. I'm very proud of you. And on a
Oh,
more serious
no.
note, congrats to Coffee Clock. Once again, I think that's 3 in a row, is it now? Or
Could be
4?
3 or 4, yeah. 4 maybe.
What is this? Is on 26, so I know they didn't win 23 because we won. So it'd be 3 in a row because Big Chungus, whoever the fuck they beat last season, no one cared about last season. And pretty amazing grand final though. Probably the best
That is a great grand
10
final.
seasons probably.
Yeah. Might as well get some quick thoughts from Dubious and Michael, our analysts for the night.
Oofed.
Woofed.
Big oofed.
Yeah.
I'm actually just looking up which seasons Coffee Clock have won.
It was 24, 25, and now 26.
And
Yeah.
now 26, yeah, wow.
3-peat boys, woo! So
I don't
Silver's
know.
already in.
I genuinely don't know whether CC deserved to win process there. The level in which Hertz and Silver popped off was just insane. The amount of, to be fair, the amount of middies that both soldiers put out was just nuts. The amount of times Arnold was left to his own devices or was just completely dumpstered on, that was I think Arnold died at least 4 times on process where you can say he shouldn't. I don't know. In the end, it came down to just MMGP beefed a lot of their pushes, and/or I think with Hertz going completely beast and sniping people, and Silvo getting a lot of shots, I think they may have tripped over their own feet a bit early on, and sort of got ahead of themselves, hyped themselves up too much. But you can't say, you don't know their comms.
Yeah, no, I think Coffee Clock just made better situations out of the ones that they were going to lose. Like fights that they were losing, they were getting better picks. They were just kind of cleaning things up at the end of those fights better. Whereas if MMGP were losing a fight, it just felt like they were just out of it. Right? They would be running away, 4 or 5 people alive left on the side of Coffee Clock, and nothing could really be done about it. Although you gotta think, if MMGP slowed down that round where Hertz went absolutely huge, they probably get that, and where that takes the grand final, who knows? But they couldn't convert it.
What could be and what is are very different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I find it very interesting as well that it's sort of it came down to those sort of demo man pushes and holds. It was really different between some of the slow DM fights, and as we saw it, the early round was sort of more like Snakewater, very slow, methodical, working off mistakes, and then MMGP just picked up speed. They picked up some mid-air headshots. They went for it. They tripped up a bit. And then it sort of just came down to all these really tiny decisions in pushes and fights. And in the end, Coffee Clock just don't lose. I think that's the thing for that map. It's not... I don't think Coffee Clock won that map. I think they just didn't lose better.
That's definitely a good way to put it. They played the safer game, less risks. I mean, you could, possibly argue that MMGP they got more reward for the risks, but I mean, in terms of frag vid clips, but
well, they didn't
obviously
convert the rewards. But
they
yeah,
haven't.
they get the frag clips.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that's the thing.
Anyway, I mean, look, Cookie's already got 2 first place badges. Who needs a third? Cookie isn't going in a frag video.
Pretty sure
You
it's
got
he-
some
he- he-
sick middies.
Cookie won with Jasmine before Coffee
Oh,
Clock as
fuck.
well, man. Don't remember how many times, because we didn't like playing with him, so we kicked him as soon as possible, of course. But so we have Cookie and Silvo waiting if want to drag him and get their thoughts on that quite the epic grand final.
Well, what I want to note as well is Enrith top damaging on the server.
Basically every map, I would say. Well, other than Badlands.
Other than Badlands with Yule, yeah. Paulson getting denied really hard in that game as well. I wonder whether Rocky would have made the difference there, but you can't also say whether or not Rocky would have made the difference on other maps in the other direction.
Yeah, I think that the way that Paulson, and he continued into the 5th map, just continuously getting onto Arnold in just situations that you don't expect.
Well, that's
He's
the
an
thing.
impact player.
He did get
Yeah.
a lot of kills on Arnold. The rest of his game was a bit of a limp dick.
Well said, Elmo.
I mean, he got 3 med, but then 9 for 25 and not much damage. I mean, it's not really his fault. He probably just had to sack a lot, but it's still a bit of a feels bad Roma, you know.
He can be proud of a lot of the drops I think he got, or at least med kills.
Yeah.
High impact for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
so I think we'll just have a chat to some of the guys that are in from both teams.
Cookie, Enrith, Meme. Is Meme Hurts or
Hello,
that's
that's
Scott.
Paulson.
Scott? Hey Meme, what's up, man?
Hey Elmo. Elmop.
Hello, rest of the gamers. How are we feeling after that one, boys? Probably
My
the
team
best grand
sucks.
final and a farewell.
Feel sweaty.
That I
Feel
agree
great.
with Silvo.
What would you say?
I agree with that.
I know,
Quite
right?
the fiesta.
Oh, you was in the channel, boys. We've been.
How were the CC boys feeling? 2-1 down after losing your viaduct, getting a bit crushed.
Wanted to kill myself, to be honest.
Oh,
Whoa.
Got him in the box.
Dark
Should have
dude.
seen the PMs Cookie was sending me.
yeah,
Man.
Cookie was a bit
Shut up,
toxic.
man.
This Cookie was not a happy boy 3 maps into that one, honestly. What do you think changed, man? Apart from was the play for you to suck and your team to carry on Badlands chose the choice, or
Yeah, right, sure.
what do you think the main difference was then, Coffee Clock boys? Why did you come out 1 round ahead in the end?
We practiced Badlands a lot the past week, and we didn't scrim Sunshine and Product once, I think. That's probably it. So we're
Facts.
unrehearsed in those 2 maps.
So not practicing aka Madness strategy is the way to go, is what you're telling all your Doric fans is don't even bother trying. You'll become good just by not doing anything.
We practiced, we just lost on the maps we didn't get much practice on.
Fair enough.
Not,
Why
saying that's the reason we lost them, but yeah.
Why the product pick then? Because no one really scrimmed that much, and
They
no
banned
one's really
products
played it.
last time we
Ah,
played
so
them.
you just thought they were scared.
Yeah, and we overestimated our ability on it.
Well, was it because they lost to a superior team earlier in the season, also on Viaduct?
I don't know.
Sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Oh, what are your thoughts on Silver? Why did you think you went 2-1 up and you couldn't close it out?
I don't know. We just suck. We got backcapped on Badlands, I think. Like a 3-man backcap.
To be fair, you did only win on Sunshine because Faith.
Because of a Faith back
Yeah,
up.
the Faith backcapped. It's Yui's garden was a bit of a meme.
yeah, get
Didn't
wrecked,
watch the
man.
point.
But I think like for the backcap on ProLands, our team like didn't really like say it urgently, so we assumed it was like one guy and like one person had it or whatever. But then like 3 people emerged from out of nowhere.
I think part of it was also because I was like behind, like fucking with people for a while, and I don't think our team adapted to that fact that I was behind. So, because normally, obviously, you have the Roma watching last when you start pushing out, and then when we started pushing out, I don't think anyone really sort of, as I said, adapted to that fact. So we kind of left last a bit open. I
So
think.
it's Paulson's fault.
No,
Yes.
it's
Classic.
everyone's not my
Excellent.
fault.
Classic Paulson.
How did the roster change adapting? Obviously, you used a superior Roma last week, so it must have been tough getting this guy in this week as well.
wouldn't
as
put it
Paulson
down
doesn't
to
know how to rocket
superior.
jump.
Silver wants a
What do you
pocket
mean?
scout. How did that change the team dynamic? And
We were
Dude,
dog
how
shit
do
in
you think-
scrims.
oh, okay,
We were like
fair enough.
absolute shit. We like lost to some shitty Merc team yesterday.
That gave
Silver's
us a
the
little
grand
bit of
final
confidence.
player.
Perhaps
Yeah,
that
just
Merc team
grand
is the
final
true
player.
superior team of
Maybe they could
Australia.
have won the finals.
Who was playing in that one? That Merc
Like-
team?
Doggerel, Doge, Lex, Gary.
Wow.
Spade.
Fucking Gary Beast, man.
Don't
Uh,
forget the Rocky medic.
Sounds like quite the team.
And Lau.
Oh yeah, shout out
that's
to
it.
Rocky, man.
We're not doing shout outs, you idiot.
Lots
I just
of
wanted to say-
team changes. Spade and Rocky dropping out, as well as
yeah,
Wright
he's
dropping
gone.
out.
Quote unquote dropping out.
Whoa! So
Whoa.
very ruthless teams right here. Do
It was
anything.
pretty mutual with Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
He's been going through a bit, like he wasn't really up to it.
Some personal issues.
I thought it was health issues. He said.
Yeah. Which
Get
is
your story
personal.
straight before you come on stream, guys. Come on.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he still
that's-
doesn't know
yeah,
how to shoot a
mm.
soldier across the map.
Quite an unfortunate skill not to have.
I was gonna say it kind of felt like Mad Men really got a hold of like maybe mostly like Arnold on sort of like this last 2.5 maps. I was wondering if you guys like felt that while you were playing, like mostly for Madman. Like, did you feel like you had the better of that kind of thing where like
I'm
Locke
gonna
would
say-
live?
I definitely had my fist inside Arnold
Paulson was
on
raping
Badlands.
Arnold the whole night, completely dicking him.
I'd say like the last sort of 3, like from product onwards, it felt a little bit like that.
Yes.
All I did though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't do much else.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say his downs
What do you-
nightmare
not
nearly
much
came
else,
true.
did literally nothing else.
Hey, he
What
like
do you
jumped.
mean?
He tried to jump a little, like attract fire, take
I got
damage.
some- I
What
got
was the
some-
damage
I got
taken?
I got some shadow burn jumps off. What do you mean?
Did you?
Yeah.
You didn't really hit any middies like Yule though. Yule was the midi machine in this game.
Thanks,
You
man.
even if you lost, you were gonna be my pick for the alpha of the grand final just because of how many fat middies you hit, especially on
Yes.
Via. You like all the sacks, you probably like hit multiple middies on them. It felt like.
The rock, sitting on the rock and shooting soldiers at sack doesn't really count, to be honest.
No,
Like
why
playing
not?
TR walkway.
Yeah, I guess with their soldiers jumping, it basically is walkway.
Oof. Hey, Cookie, how's the rice for dinner?
Rice was pretty good tonight. Not gonna lie.
What kind of flavor are we talking?
Just regular white rice. Had some
This is a
chicken
terrible
wings as well.
interview, man.
Some broccoli.
Any other serious questions, boys? From Dubious, Michael, if you're still not asleep
Yeah.
yet.
Coffee Clock, what are your plans for next season?
Dead off.
Dead AF.
Dead AF.
There are some things in the works, perhaps.
Ooh, undead AF. Madman?
I'll probably kill myself.
I know Hertz has already killed himself. So.
Yeah, Hertz is like.
Yeah, Hertz won't be playing
he's
more
like-
TF2.
He's probably wearing a hoodie right now. Playing Rust.
Hertz is
Someone
already.
needs to
Hertz's
contest Lex, so-
bathtub's already filling up with his own blood.
I might join Lex's super team.
I think we have to stay around to give Lex like a good team to practice.
What is this Lex super team? It sounds quite spicy. Winx Club finally moving up in the world.
No,
Well,
it's just a new team in the works. It's supposed to be a secret, man. Like,
Oh, sorry.
Shouldn't even be mentioning it.
just thought I'd let the world know.
What about Madmen then? Any secret plans that you can give any insight into?
I mean, we'll probably make a team, right? Like, keep
What
some
about
shit.
you, Elmo? Do you have any insight?
I'm playing medic for our unknown team.
Oh, I put that poor team, man.
I'm actually a beast. I'm gonna win best medic in my only season as Medic Paulson.
Yeah, well,
to
Hertz,
think about
Hertz
that
wants,
one.
to, Hertz
Then
wants to play medic too, so you'll be
then I'm
going up
gonna-
against him.
That's not much of a challenge then. Just need to work on my medic MG. I lose way too many captain fights. Do we have any awards, or is that still in the works because everyone's too slow?
Yeah, vote me best Roma.
I'm pretty sure people have already voted at this point.
I'm
They probably just
certain
have
it
to
would
tally
be
it.
too slow.
Sure,
There's
I
no
don't
way
get
we know.
voted in best
It's
Roma.
I'm pretty sure the deadline's the 5th, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
know
so
our
slow.
team
How
hasn't voted.
unepic. Have
Hey.
you voted, Paulson?
Nah, not yet.
Oh man.
Deadline
Hey
hasn't
Paulson,
yet.
how,
Yeah,
how
what's
does
up?
this compare to season 15 grand final?
Oh, dude, I actually I was like getting flashbacks, man. That felt awesome because like exact same thing happened to us and Jasmine in season 15 where we were like up 2-1 and we thought we were gonna win the fucking third map. Ended up losing that map and then somehow brought it back in the
It was
5th.
on
But
process because
Yeah,
the
ended
combo
up
was
very-
fucking
yeah.
garbo. Sol went one for like 400 or whoever the fuck that was. Went one for like
Saul wasn't
1200.
playing. He wasn't playing. But
Yeah, well,
that was this was probably this is probably even closer than that grand final to be honest. Just judging by the score lines, it's yeah.
People
Probably
play
the
slower now,
closest
though.
grand final we've seen in a while.
I feel like the slower gameplay, and I might get castrated for this, but I feel like the slower gameplay stems from the fact that I think the overall skill level of the scene has increased since. I think there's a greater
I mean,
pool of
it-
like players at the top now, and I think it doesn't seem it seems like it doesn't seem like a coincidence the fact that our scene seems to be getting closer and closer to that European style as well, like people just being really slow and methodical.
I mean, a part of it is just scouts are like really good now.
I guess
in,
that could
in
be
general,
it too.
and
just with like all the med people eventually just been like, why would
That's
we ever
debatable.
put our med in? Yeah, I mean, Cookie's washed up, but we'll ignore that part for now.
I want to
And,
play like Rontus, man.
I mean, now let's let you can just play so safe and just have your solis do all the hard work. You know, they can do everything while your scouts and med jerk off in a corner and just always escape is kind of part of it all. That's what you kind of notice as well. And it kind of fell apart a bit when Arnold didn't get that scout help, and that's why you were able to get in and, you know, anal him a bit.
I do think, though, some of the mids have sort of ended up being stare-offs. Like, I do think this is indicative of a higher player skill, where mids are being decided by each team just wanting to spam each other and holding and not wanting to make the first move, but then someone has to, so double soldier bombs, and there's sync there, and it's just... I agree with you. I actually do think the player quality's increased, and the team quality's increased.
I think a lot of the mids were pretty poor though. Like there were a lot of soldier bombs for, especially on Sunshine for the few mids we had. They were pretty disjointed, that kind of thing. Like they weren't really that well coordinated a lot of the time. So a lot of it, it was just a stare off, and then it was like, well, we probably should do something. We're 4 minutes into this mid stalemate.
That hasty Sunshine min was a good example. I think Coffee Clocks, both your soldiers just jumped in straight away into choke and died.
Yeah,
and then you guys just backed out.
That's a strat we had a while ago. Like when we had Riot, we used to do that a lot on Sunshine mid, and it worked pretty well. But we haven't really practiced it with Down, so yeah, we
Because
did
if you
steal
get
it from
the demo
7.
and you force them into choke, you just get mid for free, right?
Down must be dog shit.
The idea is to not let them take too much positioning on mid and like bomb them when they're still entering mid. But it only worked once, I think.
Yeah. The timing, I think, was a bit off. Like, I would get arrowed a bit after our soldiers would bomb, and we would kind of go in at different times.
Yeah, that one mid I can think of ended up badly, but it's a solid strat overall.
I think we did it twice, and it worked on one mid, and it didn't on the other mid.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Something to go over.
I think the real question is, how is Metrics going to look after this?
Oh, my metrics are skyrocketing,
I'm
man.
literally,
Watch out, Yompus.
I'm literally dead, I think.
Well, you did winning though counts as a distinction, so Enrith will beat you 2-1, hopefully.
Yeah,
Then you got shut on.
I got one distinction,
The
but
only problem is Paulson is so bad that Down will still have done better than him, so Down will probably
Holy
go up.
shit.
Oh, imagine.
At least my
Oh,
soldiers.
thank God Cookie did
Elmo,
shit,
at least
man.
my soldier's better than
My
yours.
metric.
What do
Yeah,
you
you're
mean?
welcome,
My,
man.
At least my soldier's better than yours.
my
Elmo.
metrics went up like 150 points from playing Soldier, man. What do you mean? I beat Yule
What?
when we played him.
That'd
My metric
overtake you,
went up.
Elmo, on the metrics.
Yeah, I got a bronze distinction, man. Got
Nice,
on my
man.
level. Thanks.
I might
already
look to
overtook
wrap
you.
this, boys. We're just talking shit.
Oh, here comes the fun police, man.
Yeah, man. He's here.
He's
I'll,
getting- He's
I'll
getting
let-
Let's turn it into a
metaphorically
podcast.
spanked. We're
Let's make
getting
it a
spanked in
podcast.
Discord. We have no choice.
Yeah. All right. Shout outs, Cookie.
Shout out to all the boys watching, and 5 Prem wins in a row, I think. Easy clap.
Did you
Alright.
really? Wait, did you win twice in Jasmine?
He's already
He left.
He left.
Dubious?
He's that toxic.
Whoa.
Yeah, shout out Starbucks' team. Shout out, Elmo and Sean and Michael and Core for producing this, and generally for having a great cast. Shout out to both teams for playing. Like Coffee Clock, you guys played great, and congrats. Madmen, you guys played more than great, and in my personal opinion, should have won Process. I don't know how the fuck that works out that way, but And I don't know. Shout out Arnold specifically, and Vinixie and Seinfeld.
All right, Elmo.
Yeah, shout out to both teams for quite the epic grand final, probably the best we've seen in a while, and to all the admins and all those other nerds behind the scenes that make it possible. And shout out to the very old gamers that were too old, including me, that couldn't make it past 4th again, despite actually kind of trying. And then shout out to Redco for being the 2nd place player in the world, but not best demo Oz, according to awards, probably.
All right,
Yeah, we'll
Enrith.
see, mate.
Ooh,
A
just
shout
be
out
realistic,
to
mate.
Coffee Clock. That was a fucking great game. Shout out to all my New Zealand friends and anyone that mains Dust Bowl. Shout out to Riot for merking for us the other day. What a beast. Yeah, that's it.
Cheers.
Why didn't you get him
All
in
right.
then, man?
Paulson.
Yeah, shout out to the Ghost of Soul who I channeled tonight in process. And shout out to the season 23 victory, which Cookie never earned himself.
Oh,
Actually microed beyond
Yeah.
belief, let's be honest.
I told him everything he knows.
Exactly.
All right, Michael.
Shout out to Code and shout out to Liam. Shout out to both teams for a great fucking game.
Redcoat.
Shout out to the casters. Shout out to MMGP. Shout out to Sam, Yodi, my team. Shout out to Arnold as well for like coming in so late in the season, like just off the cuff. That was probably saved our team from just dying because there was really no one else we could get. I think that's about it.
Cool. Silver.
Shout out to Vanquish Circle Jerk. Shout out to my dog shit team. Shout out to Coffee Clock. And shout out to Banana because he sucks.
All right. That's been our coverage of ozfortress Season 26 Premier Grand Final. The win going to Coffee Clock over Madmen, going down to 5 maps. Shoutouts to TF Live for casting, especially Core, Elmo, Michael, and Doobie. And we'll have the Inter Grand Finals on Wednesday. I think that's at 8, I want to say.
Bye!
Bye.